What's your AC?
Hey everyone. So this is a recording of a game of 10 Candles that I recently ran for a group of my friends. And 10 Candles is a role-playing heavy tabletop role-playing game created by a guy named Stephen Dewey and published by Cavalry Games. It's a horror uh, genre. It's definitely in that horror genre. It's like a survival horror. They call it a tragic horror because, spoiler alert, all of the characters will die at the end. And that's kind of baked into the rules. All of the players know that before going in, and so really what it is a story about a group of survivors in a apocalypse that are slowly being consumed by darkness. So the general setting is that 10 days ago, the sky or the sun or both went dark. And every bit of human technology, like especially solar power, but also GPS, cell phones, the internet, power grids, things like that, all ceased to function. And there's certain things that didn't cease to function that kind of work, like radios and flashlights and things like that, low tech things. But for the most part, uh, nothing works anymore. And the fear that people were already feeling from the darkness, from the dark sky, the lack of communication deepened, and everything is kind of devolved into chaos. Then 5 days ago, they came. That's they with a capital T. They are like creatures that slink around in the darkness. They're afraid of the light. They can be like ghosts or werewolves or graboids or whatever. But who and what they are changes for every game, and you don't always know or find out what they are. But the general gist is that you are in the middle of this sunless apocalypse and that they are coming for you. So 10 Candles is supposed to be played with 10 actual little tea light candles that are lit, and they are in front of me the whole time, but you can't actually see them because the camera cuts them out. It couldn't hit both me and the candles at the same time. And this is also not supposed to be played online at all. It's supposed to be played in person, where each of the players can see the candle slowly burning down until it flickers away. And it's, supposed to be played in darkness, which is why I had everybody turn off all the lights in their rooms so that they're a bit difficult to see in the video. But we're in a pandemic and we had to make do with what we could do. We couldn't all be physically together. So, and this is also my first time running 10 Candles. I've never played in it before, and I honestly think that most people haven't even heard of it. It's kind of an indie game. So I included some of the basic rules at the beginning of this to make sure that nobody was too lost in watching. And here they are. So this is going to be, as I said before, played over the course of a series of scenes with a maximum of 10 scenes for the story, one for each candle. If a candle is darkened for any reason, if there is a sudden draft in my room,
Oh,
or
okay.
if I accidentally breathe too hard, or something like that, the current scene ends and a new scene begins. And candles can never be relit. Usually, the candle is going to be darkened because of a scene change, or because of a failed conflict, or because one of you decides to do so. The way that conflict resolution in this game works is that you guys technically have a communal pool of dice, which are these 10 dice. So these dice are all your pool, and whenever all of them should have the same number in that pool because we're doing this virtually. Um, and it will change within the scene, and it will change between scenes. So when you're rolling your dice, if any of the dice land on 6, the roll succeeds. You have succeeded at the conflict. All dice which land on 1 are lost for the rest of the scene. If no dice land on 6, then the roll fails. The one of the candles is darkened. The scene ends, and the next one begins. I will also roll, but the only reason that I am rolling is for narrative control. So if the conflict roll succeeds between you and I, whichever of us rolled more sixes gets narrative control over the outcome, and I win ties. The first scene, 10 candles are lit. When we move on, so during that scene, you all will have a starting pool of 10 dice, and I will have no dice. So the first scene, as if you succeed on the conflict roll, one of you or whoever rolled it will always get control of narration rights. Which is kind of what I meant by you guys are going to also be DMing this. When the candle darkens, and we start the next scene, everybody is going to remove one die from their pool, and you will never use that die again.
Oh.
So you only have a maximum, with the exception of that other different colored die, you will only have a maximum number of dice in the pool equal to the number of candles that are lit. And that die that you've subtracted, I have that die now. So,
okay,
so you have the inverse.
I have an extra question then. So, number of dice we're rolling are equal to the number of candles that are lit, but then also, then that's at the beginning of the scene.
Yeah, so the maximum number of dice that you will have.
Okay, so let's say 9 candles are lit, right? So this is the very, 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 very beginning of the scene. So the first person to roll gets 9d6. If they completely fuck up and get 3 ones, does that mean for the rest of the scene, everyone else has a maximum of 6d6 they're rolling? But then the next scene, it goes to 8d6?
Correct.
Okay. Cool. That's cool.
Cool. Easy enough.
So note that I said at the beginning, scene 1, you guys will always have narrative control because I have no dice to roll. Scene 10, you will have a maximum of 1 die to roll, and I will have 9.
Yeah.
So...
good luck.
Yeah.
You're gonna need it.
So that's why I'm going to end up DMing towards the end, more than I am at the beginning. Okay, so character creation. So again, you guys are going to be helping create each other's characters. Each character has traits, a moment, and a brink. And a brink is kind of like a special trait. Traits can be burned, or ripped, or whatever, in order to re-roll all dice that landed on a 1 in a conflict. If a trait is burned, it must be brought into the resolution narrative in a significant way. So a trait describes who your character is. Their personality traits, maybe physical characteristics, maybe skills or knowledge that they possess. Each character has one positive trait, a virtue, and a negative trait, a vice. So I want everybody right now to label one of your index cards or one of your piece of paper virtue, and one of them, and another one, label it vice, like at the top of it. You guys are going to be picking the virtue and the vice for other players, not yours. So you do not get to pick your virtue or your vice. So come up with your concept for your character. So based on the fact that you guys are astronauts on the moon base Artemis, come up with, so on one of your other index cards, come up with a name, a look, and a concept, and write it on that index card. So this is just supposed to be a snapshot at your character. So next, we're going to come up with your moment. So your moment details an event that will happen over the course of the game in which your character has a chance to find hope in the darkness of the world. A chance to find hope. So this will always be whether or not you successfully live your moment or not. There will be a conflict roll associated with it. If it is lived successfully, you gain a hope die, which will be the die that looks different from the others. Hope dice are added when you make a conflict roll, and they succeed on a 5 or a 6. However, only a 6 counts towards winning narration rights. Hope dice are not lost if you roll a 1. The only way that they can be lost is on a failed brink reroll. We'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, so if you have a hope die, you will have it for the rest of the game anytime you roll a conflict. Just you. So if Matt has a hope die and Diego's rolling a conflict, he does not get to add that. But for the rest, the rest is a communal dice pool, but hope dice are specifically for you. And if you... So, for the conflict roll that is in your moment, when you come to your moment, I will tell you to burn the moment to get rid of that. And if you succeed, then you get the hope die. If you fail, as with any failed conflict, a candle darkens, we move on to the next scene, and you will never get that hope die. And your moment has passed. Instead of finding hope, you lost hope.
Oh, shit.
So go ahead and on one of your cards write, "I will find hope, ... And you guys are going to be making these moments for your own characters. I would like all of you to introduce your characters. Just give me your character concept, their virtue and vice, and their moment. So we're going to go ahead and start with Emma.
Do you want their names too?
Yep, everything you got.
Okay. So, Theo, short for Theodora Miller. She's petite and surprisingly strong, and the concept is a geologist. She's strong because she carries rocks.
That rocks.
Nice, yeah.
Her virtue is resourceful, and her vice is careless. And then for her moment, I said, "I will find hope when I get my notes from my lab." I like the combo of resourceful but careless.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I can find anything, but like she's like grabbing things with no like sense of like, oh, if I pull this, a whole pile's gonna fall. But like what she pulls, it's gonna be useful.
Glenna.
Mine is Verity Booker. She's a middle-aged maintenance worker who is a failed starship engineer.
Okay. Virtue?
Virtue is courageous. Vice is selfish.
She's a failed starship engineer.
Yes.
Okay, and how about her moment?
Her moment is she'll find hope fixing the security system of the station.
All right. Awesome. Perfect so far. You guys are doing great. Matt.
All right. Hello, my name is Yuri Borgovovich. I am
Perfect.
a chef aboard the station. My virtue is aware. My vice is careless. And my moment is I will find hope when my culinary skills are usable and useful, and I am not just dead weight pulling group down. Thank you, and remember, KGB did not sponsor this message, but of course, I do support all active and past and future moments and activities of Russian KGB.
Thanks,
Oh
Putin.
boy.
You are welcome. Long live Mother Russia. Come, Artyom. We have long way to go.
Okay, Pavel.
All right, Will.
I was going to attempt a Russian accent, but now I'm not.
No! You gotta do it, man. Don't wig out, man. You gotta do
Hey,
it.
remember when this was a serious horror game?
No, you can't. Like, my Russian accent's terrible. Just fucking do it.
No, that's pretty good. I've taken a Russian class.
Fucking
That
do
was
it.
pretty good.
Just play it.
My name is Yuri Imanov. He's a lean build, early 30s. ex-military pilot, now like the space pilot, jet pilot kind of guy.
Mhm.
Virtue is lucky. Vice is pessimistic, and he will find hope when we get to the working rocket ship to try and fly it out.
Diego.
My character is Johann Jack Daniels. He's in his mid-30s, employed from the private industry, a private astronaut industry, and he is a tech specialist. His virtue is that he is quick thinking, and his vice is that he is afraid. His moment is, I will find hope when I can get access to the base's infranet and confirm that the rocket is still online.
Onto brinks. So your brink it's a type of trait, but it's hidden. This is going to be kept secret from you. I do want you to all message me what your brink is. So I mean, this will be kept secret, only known to you and I. And this is special. Wait until I get to reading all of this. So these will only enter play when your character is exhausted and pushed to the limit. They represent the extreme means and measures your character is capable of succumbing to when pushed to the brink. These can be embraced to re-roll your entire dice pool. If the roll is successful, you keep your brink. If not, the brink is burned, the candle is darkened, and you lose your hope dice, if you had any. You cannot use your brink until your moment has passed and all your traits are burned. Your character will know the brink of one other character. They may have seen the character pushed to the brink before or after the world went dark, but your character has seen somebody else pushed to the brink. So go ahead and all of you write, I've seen you, ... at the top of the last index card. So this will go to the player on your left on my screen. So Emma's will go to me, mine will go to Diego, Diego's will go to Will Hagen, Will Hagen, yours will go to Sparkles, Sparkles, yours will go to Glenna, and Glenna, yours will go to Emma. And I'm telling you this because you may have noticed that Emma's goes to me and mine goes to Diego. So, I'll tell you about that in a moment. But this brink, for everybody except for Emma, this brink should call a character's humanity, sanity, reliability, or trustworthiness into question. I will write the brink for Diego. It wasn't another character who saw you push to the brink. It was them. They saw you push to the brink, and they want to get you right back there. Emma, you are writing the brink for them. So you actually instead of yours, you're going to write I have seen them, not I have seen you on your card. But it's not really a big deal because you're going to just send it to me. So you can establish a power, a strength, an identity of them, but not a weakness. They have only one weakness, and that is light. So now you guys are going to arrange your stack. So go ahead and take your 5 cards. Set the concept card to the side. Put your brink on the bottom. Now, you've got your virtue, your vice, and your moment. Put them in whatever order you wish on top of your brink. So, while you're trying to decide, you can only use, activate, or burn the card that is at the top of the stack.
Oh.
Bastard.
So, once the stacks are built, they are locked and cannot be changed. You can hint at your brink through RP, but avoid succumbing to your brink outright before it becomes active, if you choose to succumb at all.
I'm making what the kids call a bold play.
Oh,
Good luck to us all.
oh boy. Something tells me your moment is on top.
That would be correct, actually. Yes, right on the money there.
Bold play, in fact.
I have to say that as we're prepping, it's weird because I'm used to like not knowing what's going on when we're playing anything, and being like having watched people play it, meaning that means I'm one of the people who like has any idea of how it works. This game
Yeah,
works.
I still have no idea how this works.
Like I'm so not used to like actually having knowledge compared to other people.
You guys will pick it up really quick.
Yeah.
It's super,
I hope so.
super easy to pick up. We just kind of gotta get through like once we get through like scene 1 and into scene 2.
Yeah, I feel like that's where it picks.
It's gonna start getting much easier. Just a few more things. So inventory. Your character has whatever you the player have in your pockets right now. Plus,
Oh, come on.
I'm in
plus,
pajamas.
I know, because I know everybody's in pajamas. Plus, one thing that you can reach right now just by moving your upper body.
Fuck yeah, I got a knife, guys. Don't worry.
All right,
We got
great.
the utility.
I have a
It's
question,
utility. It's a
like,
pocket tool. Utility.
I don't have pockets. Like I have things that would be in my pockets, like my phone that's sitting next to me.
Reach something and hold it up to the camera so that we can see what you got.
Fuck.
Oh, don't tell me it's not on the desk.
Wait, okay, can I lean my chair back a little
A
bit?
lighter, nice.
Yeah, I'm torn.
You can move your upper body. No, you can't. You probably won't be able to reach your shield or swords on the wall.
I was, cause I was a culinary chef, right? So just like grab my sword, my little dagger as like a butcher cleaver.
You can have it. If you can reach
Where
it, you
that
can
should
have
be.
it stubbed in for. Like if you can legitimately reach it, don't like. If you think that you can legitimately reach it without like, don't like touch it and like have it fall on the floor, please.
Yeah. I'm gonna rotate my chair and lean and see if I can reach it.
That's fine. Yeah. You do not have a like weird, fantasy dagger, but you do. All right. Yes, that will be just like a butcher's cleaver.
Just like
kind
butcher's
of
cleaver. That's
Yep.
all I want.
Sounds
I have
good.
scissors.
I'm going to then undo this because now I have to go oil it again.
Cool. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. So you've got a butcher's cleaver. You've got a lighter. You've got a pair of scissors. You've got what's that?
Looks like a flashlight.
Flashlight.
This is a flashlight.
Okay.
What is it? A flashlight?
My utility
That's a
tool is
flashlight.
out of
It's
my
light.
reach.
Rip.
Okay.
I'm putting my scissors away, by the way, because I don't want to just like leave them out and be an idiot. My junk drawer is right next to me.
Glenna just goes and grabs 20,000 damage worth of dice. Hi, I have a box.
Right.
Fucking
Just a
Christ.
box of dice.
I have a box of dice. Can I use this, please, in the apocalypse?
Just out
I
Glenn,
keep
there's
all
gonna be
my
a
dice
apocalypse.
close to me because
Will
I
Hagen.
love them and they make me happy.
Will Hagen, I'd say that you have a phone.
I was about to grab this knife.
I also,
What's it?
in my
Sure.
pocket,
All
I
right,
have a
pocket
fidget
knife.
spinner.
Pocket
Okay,
knife.
good.
Glenna, there's gonna be an
I
apocalypse
have a
one day,
fidget
and you're gonna
toy,
be
too.
like, have to decide if you are or aren't taking your dice on the first leg of this apocalypse, and it is going to
Three
break
more
you
candles.
as a person.
That's
I know it's sets I'm keeping.
That's Glenna's brink, abandoning the dice.
Glenna's so. You've already got the plan, like a go bag, but it's just dice.
I know which ones are most important to me.
The go bag of dice.
All right,
One
guys.
of them is this.
All right,
and I
guys.
love
Shh.
them.
Okay. So last thing, second to last thing. All right. The speaking of truths. So between scenes, after a candle, not the last one, has just darkened, I will say, these things are true. The world is dark. If a player darkened a candle, or caused it, so like if they failed a conflict roll or something like that, they speak the first truth after that. Otherwise, we'll just go clockwise. Once a number of truths have been spoken equal to the number of candles left minus 1, then all of you will say the final truth in unison, and we are alive. So the final truth is and we are alive. So after the first scene ends, there will be 8 truths spoken, and then you will all say in unison, and we are alive. So a truth is an irrefutable fact of the story. Each one can only pertain to a single change in the story, but that change can be anything. It can be helpful, it can be harmful, or neither to you guys. It can establish facts about the characters, about the environment, equipment, or dangers yet to come. You can build off of the truths of others, but not contradict them. Only I can establish truths about the dark, the sunless sky, and weaknesses of them. So, for example, I will say, these things are true. The world is dark. Then Emma says, Theo found something under the hood of the bus, something hard, like a chipped piece of claw. He hasn't really had a good chance to look at it yet, but she pocketed it quietly. And then Glenna says, we've... I'm just going to change these to the situation at hand. We reached the habitat ring safely. And then Matt says, there are lights on in the habitat. Things like that.
But we can also say, like, bad things. We can say, like, all the lights behind us just went out, right?
Damn.
Yep,
Okay.
you sure
pretty
can. And you can also say things like about them, as long as it's not about their weaknesses. You can say, they eat human flesh.
They eat baba ganoush.
You can say, they love Baba Ganoush.
I'm wearing my baba ganoush cologne, and they love baba ganoush.
Oh no.
And then
Sorry.
somebody says the last one, and then everybody together says the last one.
And we
And
are
we
alive.
are
alive.
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 Good. That'll get better as we go through them.
Yeah.
You're included in our circuit, right?
Yes.
Like
Yeah,
you
I will
say the
always-
initial one, then we go all the way around, but like your part, so like when we say 8, like
There's
only
2 people who are
like
going twice.
yeah, only 2 people will talk twice,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Correct.
For the
all right.
first.
So that's how that goes. And again, we'll do that a bunch. And then last thing, and actually what we're going to do right now is final recordings. So each of you is going to leave a final message as your character. This can be any brief message that you wish. You can call out to family members. You can foreshadow your moment. You can request aid from anyone who might be listening on Earth or anyone else in the space station Artemis. You can say goodbye, whatever. All right, question, Diego.
Yes. Are these recordings in character public knowledge?
No, they are in character for you, but you have not all like listened to these.
Okay.
That kind of leads to my question, like should we not listen to what the other people are saying
Yeah,
for theirs?
No, it's
Pop out.
no, it's fine. Just keep it
Okay.
as over the table knowledge.
Okay.
Because also, this is not time. This is not like in a time. This is not like you leave these and then we start the story. This happens at some point
Okay.
in the story.
This is Johan Daniels, Omnicore employee ID 28965. I've placed the data recording module in between habitats C and D, buried approximately 12 inches into the soil. As I'm sure you've already recognized, the experiment was a grand success. This will be my final recording, and likely my final will and testament. This was a mistake. The star's beauty was never meant to be seen so closely.
Hello, this is Yuri Imanov. We are about to make our way to the rocket now. I can only hope that the emergency guidance system is not offline.
Levi, to my son. At the time of this recording, you have not yet been born. I can only hope that down amongst the origin of our people, you have not been stricken by this plague. I hope it does not reach you. But in the event that I do not get to witness your birth, your life, you becoming a grown man, know that I have always and will always love you.
Verity Booker, employee number 83941, finishing maintenance on the aft elevator assembly. There's nothing wrong with it, but it won't work. Seems like we've got something bigger than a mechanical failure on our hands.
This is Theodora Miller. If I can just get those notes, I'm sure I found something. Everything's weird. People are gone, but I'm sure if I can get those notes, I've got it. I know I have. But it's so dark and I don't know what it is, but those notes have to be it. It has to be it. Everything I've done is there. Someone's got to be able to read it. It's got to mean something. Hopefully someone's there to read it. We haven't heard anyone.
All right. So, I'm going to light the final candle, and we will begin.
I didn't realize you were lighting actual candles. I thought you were lighting like turning on mechanical ones,
Nope.
electrical ones.
I do have both, but I decided on the real ones because these ones might burn out.
Yeah, we could get blown up.
So, you are all on the International Space Station Artemis. I'm just going to reread the whole thing so that you guys get it again. You are astronauts aboard the International Moon Base Artemis. Darkness is a frightening thing when it means that your communications with Earth no longer gain responses, and your solar generators are suddenly without fuel. Without the sun, Artemis is dying. Alone, that would be enough. And then they came. One by one, crew members started to vanish. Auxiliary power is running low, but there's still enough left to launch the return rocket and head for home. Assuming there's a home left to return to. Either way, the lights have begun to dim, which means life support isn't far behind. You've got to get power to the rocket and get the rocket off the moon as fast as you can, but that may not be as simple as planned. Some sectors of the station are already without air, and the static-laced warnings of your fellow crew members over the intercom cautioned that there may be damage to one of the halls. That was the last you ever heard from them. But time is running out, and the station is dying. It's time to move. You are all 5 of you together right now, just the 5 of you, in a cafeteria on the moon base. What are you going to do? Or what do you want to do?
Could someone please explain to me just one more time for the foolish and stupid? How did the solar generators go off? Because the sun is not something that sort of flickers. What happened?
We don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the sun just... Wait, Coco, question. The sun is not out. Like, it's just... The sun is gone.
Like, it just where it would be is dark.
Okay.
10
Because
days
we would have
ago.
windows?
10 days ago.
10 days ago, the world went dark.
Okay.
Earth went dark, and you have not seen the sun
Okay.
for 10 days.
Right.
Okay.
5 days ago, they came.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
I mean, the sun generators don't work without the sun.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yes.
That's
Why did we?
kind of in the name.
Right. Sure. Are you hungry? I mean, we're in cafeteria. I could whip up something, but not all the time. We've got looks like beans, and corn in can, and pineapple. I could whip up a nice meringue pie for everybody to lighten spirits. Yes.
Yeah,
you
that'd
look
be
ar-
about the only light.
As you look around the now dim cafeteria, it looks like it can hold about 20 or so people. And you know that you probably do have some time with which to cook something up, some last thing. But you also know that, again, as the lights dim, you are pretty sure that the next thing to go is life support. And you guys are going to have to move. You guys are going to have to leave pretty soon.
Where was the hall? You said there was a damaged hall, right?
Do we know where it is?
Yeah.
Um, they it was staticky and they cut out before. There's a few halls between you and the rocket. And there's a few halls between you and the generator.
Verity, do you know what the fastest way to get, I don't know, to the generator, or if
Yeah.
we can try to like siphon life support toward wherever we are? Do you know like how to get there, or
Probably through the maintenance shafts, but that's not priority life support, so I don't know if it'd be out already.
fair? I mean, would it be best, do you think it would be best to try to find Emma's blanking on the word, the suits that they would wear out?
EVA?
Space
Yeah, EVA. Do you think it would be best to try to find some EVA suits? That way
Yeah.
we won't be
There'd be
tied
some in
to
the
life
maintenance.
support.
There'd be some in a maintenance bay, whether they're in good repair or not.
Yeah, I think I have
50-50.
I mean,
I have
Might be
one.
worth a shot.
Yeah, like they're definitely, we have some in the lab because we need to, well, we'd have some for the lab because we need to go out and, get the rocks.
there are also suits at the rocket too.
Yeah.
Hand over to Yuri, who's like about to open like a vacuum sealed case of cream cheese. What? No one wanted cheesecake?
No, why would the cheese?
Let's stick with something a little bit simpler.
Yeah, something that
More
you can make
transportable.
faster.
Yuri.
Maybe
Fast and calorie
nutritionally
dense. We
useful.
just need to
Yeah,
move.
fast, very
fast
quick.
and useful. I just grabs a bottle. I have answer.
Da 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 da.
Great.
To keep you going for many hours. Hold on
This
one
man,
second.
he
And I
knows.
find like like old bread, like a little bit stale. Like just like that like hadn't been touched like from the previous day's meal or whatever. You dip and soak, keeps you warm and keeps you going for hours at that time. So I have like,
Old
two
tradition.
two baguettes and like a liter of vodka just in my
Yeah.
pack.
This is bread that you guys have made yourselves because this, being a moon base, is you guys have you guys have plants. You guys have like are growing a lot of this food yourselves. Not you all specifically, but some people that you have not had contact with would normally grow this, and a lot of these ingredients that are fresh and not from Earth.
I'll have some.
Hey, don't start too early. EVA is not so fun when you're 14 drinks in and you have to puke. There's nothing comes out of the suit.
Have you ever?
It's true.
Fair. I mean, do you go out on EVAs?
Me? No. What do they need the EVA for? They want me to stay in the kitchen and make food. But listen, I can whip up cream that would knock you on your butt. Literally. I mean, like, I put vodka in it and it just woof.
Yeah, I think you put vodka in
That sounds
those
good for
things you
me.
make.
I mean, with the
It's
parties.
an interesting cooking choice.
Like, listen, the party is, it's a party. You're supposed to, not leave happy, even not wake up happy either.
Yeah.
Did you come here to party?
No, but they hire me for certain set of skills. One is I know how to whip up a meringue. I'm a culinary chef, not just some hack at a 2-star restaurant.
Okay, Yuri, we need something to move. The lights are already getting dim, and the power's got to be getting low.
I get distracted. I'm sorry. Bread, and I just grab some MREs and ration packs, and just I fill my pack with no regard for any kind of calculation of how long it would take us to get to a launch bay or how long the trip back to Earth is. Or I just fill my pack with just food. And maybe 2 canteens of water, but it's mostly just dry rations. So there's gonna be a problem at some point.
Yeah, but there's still plenty of, even though you guys produce a lot of the food yourself, you guys still do have a lot of the toothpaste tube full of protein.
Yeah, the MRE.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm grabbing is the
MRE.
the standard ration stuff, not the homegrown stuff, because it's denser. You can pack more of it. I understand this is a go moment.
Sure, you pack whatever you have left, but you guys haven't gotten any new stuff over in 10 days. No ships have come resupplying you or anything like that, and you also haven't been making anything new or fresh, so anything that was fresh at this point is about to go bad.
And we probably are honestly low on rations, because I would bet we'd get them on a 2-week rotation or something, or a 10-day rotation even.
Yeah. So you grab whatever you can, but there used to be many more of you, but maybe now what's left is not a whole lot compared to them, but if it's just the 5 of you, maybe that's enough.
And I don't think Yuri even considers anyone else might have a problem with there not being food left over. He doesn't it doesn't cross into his mind that maybe he should leave some food in case someone needs the food. He's just oh shit, we need it. Let's just in the bag. Let's go.
Yeah. You don't know the status of anybody else on the station, really.
So where should we go first?
I think we just go right to the rocket ship. That's our only chance, really, right?
Yeah.
What's generators going to do when we run out?
The rocket ship has no power.
Yeah, so we need to get the generators going.
So we have to get the generator. Okay.
Yeah. I want to get my notes from the lab. If we're going to be leaving, I need those.
That feels like low priority.
Yeah, I don't know how high of a priority that is. If it's just research notes versus being alive.
It's years of work.
Yeah.
I need that.
They are also, I will say, on the way.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess then we'll make a stop on.
It's a moment, of
towards
course.
the way of the generator. Are they on the way to the generator or to the way of the spaceship?
On the way to the spaceship.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll look back from the generator.
Generator first. Okay.
Yeah.
Are we mobile?
Do we know where we know where to go? Coco?
Two of the people here do.
You are all very well aware of the layout of this station, and you know that you're going to need to leave here, and there are a few doors out, but you know the one that you need to take, and there's a lot of stuff in between you and the generator. Who's going to go ahead and open the door on the other side?
I'll do it.
All right. Then I would like you to make a conflict roll.
Okay.
Everybody, your communal dice pool is at 10 dice right now. Everybody make sure you've got your 10 dice, and go ahead and roll them, Emma.
Okay.
How many sixes, how many ones?
Don't fuck it up.
It's gonna be 9 ones.
9 ones and 1 2.
1 6
Good.
and
Okay.
3
That's what we need.
ones.
Oof.
Do I burn my vice and open it careless? Like, do I just go full on in and just rip the door open, like without any sense?
Like 3 ones doesn't sound like a terrible
I
idea.
feel like you still got a success.
The thing is, like,
Yeah,
we
exactly.
have
Oh,
a
but you
success,
burned 3.
but we lose 3.
Yeah, there's 3 dice immediately.
For
so
the
it's a little
scene.
steep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just for the scene.
Just for the scene.
Part of me wonders if it's worth it at this point.
Yeah, because we still have a heavy dice pool, so I think 3 right now isn't as bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it would.
Everyone pull 3 dice out.
Yep, everyone pull 3 out.
Hey, now we're at 7. That's all I have. We're
Your
good.
communal dice pool's now at 7.
Okay.
Easy.
Yeah, so I go to the correct door
Mm-hmm.
and I look through it just to kind of see for I assume, is there a window into the next area, or
Sure.
can you not see through it? Or do these doors act in a way where they can be airlocks? Like each room can be contained and seals itself completely.
You have narration rights right now, so you
Okay.
tell me all of
Oh,
this.
right.
Ooh.
Okay, so the doors, and this is true throughout, this is the whole base, the doors all can act as their own airlocks. You can close the base into quadrants in
Mhm.
case something happens, and it's like a fail-safe kind of thing. So if there is a break, doors will lock. But there is heavy double paned glass, so you can see into the halls between areas. So I glance through it first. And I probably we know that there are these shadows, and so there's a moment where I don't know if it's just a shadow or if it's darkness, and after a moment I go, oh no, it's just normal shadows, and I open the door.
All right. So the lights are dimming, but what's on the other side of the door?
Like a hall almost, connecting to the next area, which is not it's not, it's like a workspace.
Okay, so you open the door and you find that you're in this workspace area, and you see the shadows appear to be normal shadows, and this place looks to be unoccupied. And you know that you're gonna have to move through this area. You can see this is a sort of mechanical workspace. There's a lot of there's some rovers in here. It's kind of like a garage. So there is an airlock to the outside here. But a lot of your vision is obscured by these large, basically somewhere between a golf cart and a Humvee, with massive wheels to navigate the lunar landscape.
I've probably either driven one or been on one being driven to go collect samples.
And they obstruct a lot of your view, including your view of the door to leave this area and go to the next. What do you do? It's quiet. The lights are dim. But you have plenty of light to see by.
Should we see if there's any suits by the airlock, or just...
There should actually be some by the airlock in this.
Yeah.
I think
I
that's
think
a good
so.
idea to check.
I personally would like to open doors knowing that if all the air is not, going to be sucked out, we just go and then we're good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then everything is fine. So if you find any, that would be great.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what kind of do we want to stick close to the wall to get over there?
Yeah, I think sticking close to the wall
Okay.
would be good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, wouldn't they be coming from the shadows, which are usually by the walls and shit?
Well,
Yeah.
wouldn't they be at specific places? Like, wouldn't there be like, lockers or?
The
Well, we're gonna
suits,
be
yeah.
opening
Suits,
lockers
yeah.
to get suits, yeah.
Sure,
Yeah,
So,
but to
And those
get
are gonna be on the wall.
From what you guys know, the suits are, yeah, in lockers. They are. There's like a separate area that's right before the airlock, that would have the suits.
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think following along the wall makes
All
sense.
right.
Yeah.
Who's
Okay.
leading the way?
Does someone
Johan
else
will
want to?
pull out his flashlight to help illuminate.
All right. So Johan is leading the way.
Yeah.
All right. Johan, as you make your way to the side of these vehicles, everybody's footsteps kind of echo in this place, and they're bouncing off of the walls and the cars, and they're kind of making everybody a bit jumpy. And Johan, as you are illuminating this area with your flashlight, you know that you're getting to the end of this hall, and you know that you've are about to see the area that has these suits, when your flashlight illuminates a pool of blood on the ground on the other side of this rover.
Why'd you stop?
Johan will press himself, like crouch down and press himself to the ground, and then shine the flashlight underneath the rover to see what's on the other side.
All right, why don't you go ahead and make me a conflict roll with your 7 dice.
All right. 2 6s, no 1s.
Oh,
Okay,
Nice.
pretty great. So,
Not damn.
what happens? What do you do?
Johan gently lowers himself to the ground and sweeps from left to right with the flashlight, illuminating nothing, nothing, and then just between two tires, just before the flashlight beam would have gone past, a face frozen in terror looks back at me with open, wide eyes. Pale face just stares deep into my mind, and the only color on it is the bright red of its own blood. I'm shocked for a moment, but pull myself together. This is nothing but a corpse. This is nothing but a corpse. It's okay. I get back up and say it's Steve from engineering. I move
Shit.
forward and roll his body over, exposing a surprising lack of wounds. Where has all of this blood come from? His suit is torn, his jumpsuit is torn to shreds, but his skin is smooth and flawless.
Yeah. And as you look up, you see that there's no... Kind of scared the crap out of me. The Puck's light just went off.
No.
You see that there are, in fact, 3 exosuits left. There are 3 missing. Or there are 2 missing, and one of them looks like it also has these slash marks in it. But
So
do look
there's
to be 3 of these
there's
exosuits.
3 that are good.
3 good ones, yeah.
Okay.
And you don't see any... This pool of blood looks completely undisturbed. No footprints, no handprints, no anything, and the place is eerily silent.
Yuri, you know fluids, right?
A little bit.
A little bit as well.
Yeah,
How-
which fluids?
Which Yuri were you talking to?
You're a cook. You know blood, right? How
Yes.
fresh is this?
Well, looking at the exsanguination patterns, splatter, dripping, and coagulation, I would have to say no more than 2 hours, maybe 3. It's a recent kill. I mean, like, it's like I'll poke it, and like it's still, pretty wet. I mean, even we remember last Thanksgiving we slaughtered the pig, for the festivities. I mean, the blood was still wet for a few hours after the fact. So this is less than 4 or 5 hours.
Right. I see. I'll check the log of the suits, the suit locker. Like, does it have when was it last accessed?
You take a look, and it looks like it was last accessed yesterday, about 10 hours ago. Hard to tell without any sun, and hard to tell when you're on a lunar station. But based on the calendar that you guys keep,
Is there a rover missing? Like an obvious spot where a rover could be?
now that you take a look, that does seem to be the case.
Looks like few of our friends tried making a run for it on the surface. They put on their exosuits and took the rover out. Might not be that bad of an idea. Johann must have come by afterwards.
Maybe.
Wonder what got him.
We should take the suits.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Suits.
Right.
Take the suits. We usually have backup ones in the lab, just because sometimes people take them, and also because I'm short and so need a different suit. You guys should put them on though.
Johann will put on a suit.
Yuri will also put on a suit.
Very well as well.
You guys have found 3 exosuits. You're still in this area. You know that you still have a few areas to go through before you get to the generator.
While we're in this room, can I look for another flashlight?
Sure. Why don't you go ahead and make a conflict roll?
Okay. That's going to be 4 6s.
Holy shit.
Wow, and no ones?
No ones.
Wow, with
Not
7
bad.
dice. That's excellent. All right.
That's-
So you guys keep your pool at 7, and why don't you tell me what you find as you look around?
So I would know that they often keep like ones in like the maintenance like carts, because sometimes they really need to get a light up into the rovers when they're doing things. So I walk over to one of the carts and I just pull, like I don't know exactly where the mechanics keep them. I just know they have them. So I just kind of go through drawers until I find one. And I find one, and when I turn it on, like it works, but the light kind of flickers for a second. And so I don't know if it's gonna last very long. But I have one.
You have one. All right. What are you guys doing now?
Continue toward the reactor. Is that where we need to
Generator, but yeah.
generator?
Before we go, I want to check
Yeah.
the air tanks on these suits.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure that there's any oxygen left.
All right.
Yeah.
It looks like yours is full, has 8 hours of oxygen. It looks like Yuri's is full, has 8 hours of oxygen. It looks like Johan's has not been completely filled. It has about 6 hours of oxygen.
All right. Should be good enough.
Yeah.
Can Yuri look around the area where we got the spacesuits for extra canisters of oxygen to replace into our suits?
Sure. Why don't you go ahead and make a conflict roll with your 7 dice?
Oh boy.
I'll also say that I may... I reserve the right to say when to ask for conflict rolls. Even if you guys are doing the same thing multiple times, I might ask for a conflict roll on some of them and not on others. So
should I have
expect that.
rolled for like trying to find food before?
No, that was fine. As I said, when
Okay. Yeah.
he's rolling for this now, I asked and I did not say before, which is why I'm saying it now.
2 6s, 0 1s.
Nice. All right. So what do you find?
So, I'm opening up like each of the lockers. The suits that are all missing, none of them have it. The suit that is like torn up also has a torn up gas canister, and then in the suit that had Johan's suit has an extra gas canister that's full, and he'll just grab that and hold on to it.
All right. So you guys now have a gas canister, a flashlight, and all this food. You guys are gathering supplies to face whatever lies ahead, and who knows what lies ahead. What else are you guys doing? Or are you guys continuing?
Continue on.
Yeah, continue on now.
Okay.
All right. Who is going to open this next door?
I'll do it again, unless someone else wants to.
No, I'll do it. I'll do it. Don't worry, I got it. You just stay back. Hold on to something in case this goes poorly. And I'm gonna, peek through. Look to the left and the right through the little portcullis or through the
Peephole.
Well, like
Peephole, portcullis,
Same difference.
porthole. Yeah, and then I hit the button on the side and shoop it open.
All right. I would like you to make me a conflict roll.
Tits.
Oh no!
Oh no!
No, and your thing.
Oh.
2 1s, no 6s.
Oh.
Okay.
Yikes.
So this would be a fail,
Yep.
unless you have virtue or vice handy.
Moments on top.
Okay. All right. So everybody take 2 dice away. You guys, your pool is down to 5.
Wait, but he failed.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
And he failed.
Okay.
Oh, we don't do that if it's.
Alright, no,
Doesn't.
yeah. So I'm going to.
Right.
I'm going to first let you know what happens, and then I'm going to darken a candle, and we are going to move on to the next scene. So, as you look to the left and right, you see that this next area is, in fact, the biodome. This has all of the plants, all of the things that you grow here for yourselves to consume. And you look to the left and right, but you don't see anything. This area is completely dark. And besides that, you know that it is a little difficult to navigate. And you don't see any movement, but you open the door anyway, and you wait a moment for the 2 that have flashlights, for Johan and for Theo, to come forward and give you a light. And sweeping it around, you can see that there are some crates of supplies, some like bags of seed that have been torn apart. And you hear this area is very large, and it's one big, large open space. and you can hear strange rustlings and sounds of movement in this area, but you know that you need to get through it in order to get to the generator. The generator room is just on the other side of this area. And I'm going to darken a candle as you guys move in to the biodome.
Which means we'll be up to 9 dice at this point.
Yeah, now we're at 9.
So, one candle is down. These things are true. The world is dark. We start with Matt.
So we have 8 truths, right?
We start with Matt, and then we go to Will, Hagen, and then Diego, Emma, Glenna. Or, well, Diego to me, to Emma, to Glenna, and back around.
We have enough supplies to make the journey.
Real quick clarification: them, we can say things about them as long as it's not a weakness, right?
Correct.
Okay. They spew a gas that makes you profusely bleed from your orifice immediately.
Today, we are not the only human survivors left on this station.
One of the other survivors is here with you in the biodome.
We hear movement from behind us.
The biodome smells of compost and rot much stronger than we're used to and much stronger than it should.
All the plants are long since dead.
Last one.
Me, right?
Mhm.
As they open, the doors jam and are unable to close.
And we are alive.
And we are alive.
And we are alive. Ah, damn it.
Timing that over a video call
It's
is
fine.
not going to work.
No, not good.
Difficult.
It's fine, but I'm going to do this, and then everybody
Got it.
says
I thought you were just doing like, "What do you do?" And I was
For,
like,
for simplicity, if you want, Coco, I've seen where it's that you would just say, and you are alive. Like, you always end it that way.
True, but I like
If
this
you-
more.
Okay,
I kinda like
you
it.
like the chaos.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it's fine if you guys are all like slightly off.
Yeah.
So, refresh your dice pool. I now have 1 die, and you all have a dice pool of 9. So, you hear movement from behind you, back in this engineering hall in the with all of these rovers and everything. And just as you leave, Johann, you are actually the last to leave, and you hear this movement, and as you're closing the door, you kind of jerk in just like spasmodically, and the door jams behind you. It won't close. And you look, and you don't see anything behind you immediately, but everybody else is kind of continuing on into the biodome, and you don't really want to get separated from them. What are you doing?
I glancing over my shoulder, I shine my flashlight through the crack, backing away as I do so.
Okay. Again, the room is dimly lit, and it does not illuminate anything immediately through the crack, besides the side of one of the rovers, a door.
The plants are all dead, right?
The plants are dead, and as the door remains ajar, there is a rectangle of light that shines in across the plants and illuminates just a fraction of this area in which you can see that the plants do appear to be dead.
Okay.
Well, continue.
Guys, wait up.
What's up?
No, hurry to... Nothing. I thought I heard something back there. Just get through this quickly.
Yeah.
There's definitely something here, so I think we just gotta...
As you turn back around and continue, you see that the rectangle of light darkens for just a moment. And then you turn back around, and it is again spilling light onto the floor.
Did you all saw that? Yes.
Yeah.
We gotta go. We should move. We gotta move now.
Yeah.
Yuri's gonna start quickly walking away.
Yeah. Same.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Who's leading the way through the darkness?
One Yuri at front, one Yuri at back.
Yeah.
Yuri, take point with the flashlight. Everyone, keep hold on everyone else.
Which Yuri?
The one with the flashlight.
So good.
Neither Yuri has a flashlight.
Neither Yuri has a flashlight. If you're handing one over,
I have the flashlight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have. I found one.
I thought he had one. Okay.
No, I have a gas canister. Yeah, I have oxygen.
Okay. So.
Well, it sounded like Imanov was going forward, so
Yeah, I was just gonna move away from the thing that was.
I'll hand off my flashlight to him and
Cool.
grab onto him, and then reach behind me for whoever's next.
All right. So which Yuri is leading?
This one.
Okay. As you walk, the flashlight doesn't. Which flashlight are you using?
I'm using the one we found.
Okay.
Mine. The one I already established may or may not fail.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
As you are walking, you can see that this flashlight is illuminating a pretty big area, but being a flashlight, it doesn't illuminate anything directly to your sides, so you can see what's in front of you, but not what is immediately to your side. So you keep brushing against some leaves,
scanning it,
and they make you jump, and everybody else is as well. They're kind of just like keeping their heads down and trying to put one foot in front of the other. And in front of you, you can see that there is a path through the plants, through the foliage, and there appears to be like a cornfield ahead of you, and there's like tobacco plants, well, not tobacco plants, I'm just thinking of like things to find on a farm.
Yeah.
You find some
Not
hash.
tobacco.
And,
Listen, I'm from North Carolina. We do tobacco. But you see a lot of there's like an area where there's some like tomatoes growing and other fruits growing. There's just like a lot of just to the left of the corn field is there's much shorter plants is what I'm trying to say. And
I
then
bet there's a ton of potatoes.
to the other side, on the opposite side of the cornfield, there is there are like larger trees that grow like bananas, and some grow apples, and things like that. And then there's also an area, so there's pathways, walking pathways in between each of these, and within each of them. So you could walk like in through the middle of the not maze. You can walk through the middle of the maze. You could walk in between the corn and the apple trees and everything. And then there's also a path around. So which path are you leading everybody down? Through. The corn at this point is about
Yeah, how tall is the corn?
Yeah, the corn is about 6 inches or so above your head.
Oh shit.
Those plants. The apple trees are much taller, but the other like the potatoes and the carrots and everything like that, those are like maybe ankle height.
Way low. Yeah. So Yuri's gonna lead to the corn and just say, "We can hide in the corn if we must," and whisper that, I guess, to who is behind Yuri?
Theo.
Theo. Yeah. So whispering that to Theo, and then go to the corn.
All right.
Okay.
I want you to go ahead and make me a conflict roll with your 9 dice.
Poor Russian. A Russian always goes with the potato.
Okay. Oh wait, and there's 9 dice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What guy's the way?
Yeah, go ahead and take that other die and just
Wow,
put
that
it
was.
off somewhere else. You're never going to use it again.
Yeah, that was so many 5s.
So if you're playing this in like over the table, would like there just be like 10 plus 1 die in the center, and then like as the game progressed, we would literally just hand the DM one die after another to roll?
Probably.
Pretty much, yeah. But instead of the +1 die, it would be like
We each have different ones.
Yeah, like 5 different colored dice.
Yeah. So I got 1 6 and 1 1.
Okay. All right. So you succeed. So why don't you tell me what happens as you walk through the cornfield? As everybody else takes 1 die away, you now have a dice pool of 8.
Yeah, dice pool of 8. So yeah, Yuri just leads to the corn maze, crouching down, continually. Oh, what is the corn maze? The path around wasn't next to the corn maze, right?
Well, the path around is like going around all of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, is the corn maze on the edge? Like if I were to shine my flashlight
It's
through.
not a maze. I just said
Sorry, yeah, I say maze because corn. Yeah. If I shine my flashlight all the way to the right, would I see that path around?
Yes, until you get within the corn.
Okay. Yeah, so Yuri just leads to that corn maze and then scans to the side, and we can see that one other person that was already in the room. It's one of the other engineering. It was one of the guys that is in the engineering department, and as we go into the corn, he is suddenly overtaken by darkness and is missing.
Shit.
And then Yuri just moves quickly through the corn, pulling everyone along.
Yuri's the only one that sees that, or probably also Theo.
Probably Theo as well.
Was that?
That was John. We gotta go.
Oh shit. Okay.
And
I like that we've given the engineering guys the most generic male name.
It's literally
It's fitting.
It's Steve,
no, that was
John.
Mike.
Next one. Yeah, next one's Mike.
Got Steve, John.
Well,
as you shut up.
Yeah.
As you move on, you hear
Uh,
off to where you, in the direction that you saw
yes.
John disappear. And you make your way a bit hurriedly through the corn stalks. You can't see very far ahead of you, and you certainly can't see anything to the sides. This path does wind a little bit as it gets over, as it winds through the other side of the room. And suddenly, you're not sure where you are in the sides as far as like within this corn goes.
Like how far in?
Right. Yeah, you're not sure how far in you are. And you can't quite remember. You didn't spend like too much time here. Can't quite remember if it goes like all the way to the other side or not. When you hear the snap of a corn stalk to your left. I would like you. I would like you to make a conflict roll.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Oops, sorry, I threw the vodka ahead of us.
Dunk.
Oops, could you grab the liter, please? We're going to need it. Rocket fuel has never been so efficient.
Okay. That's another 1 success.
Okay. Anyone's?
No one's.
Okay.
Using a
And I did not roll any sixes either, so. Yeah.
I just double check. Okay, yeah.
All right. Well, you succeeded, so tell me what happens.
The path we're walking through, is it just a path through the corn, or is there like corn right next to us and everything?
It's a path through the corn, but there's corn right next to you. So, like, imagine
Okay.
walking through a corn
There's
maze. You know,
corn
that's
on
those
both
paths.
Okay. Then, as Yuri hears a snap, he grabs like a nearby ear of corn and pulls it, and then throws it far to the left, and then grabs Theo and like pulls everyone along to like rush to the exit.
Okay. You guys all begin running. Most of you don't know why. As you were all just kind of like listening to everybody else's footsteps in front of you. And you hear just most, like, it's hard to hear anything over the sound of all of your feet that are just brushing, and you guys keep brushing past ears of corn. And you, Yuri, you make a left, and your flashlight suddenly illuminates the wall, and you break free of the corn, and you look left and you look right, and to the left you just see a long row of more path with boxes to the side. To your right you see nothing in your way to the next door, to the generator room.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yuri slowly goes up to that open door on the right.
Okay. You go up to the door and you look through, and I would like you to make one more conflict roll.
Okay. Okay. That is 2 6s and a 1.
Okay, I got 0 6s.
Dope.
Alright, so you're losing 1. Dice pool is down
Yep.
to 7, but you guys do succeed, so tell me what's on the other side of this door.
So Yuri looks through the door, and it's another long set of hallways, and it's branching rooms into people's individual bedrooms.
Alright.
And doesn't see any movement, so he opens the airlock to go inside.
Alright, you open the airlock, and the dim light of this hallway kind of like makes you blink your eyes a bit, but you go in quick, lead everybody else in, and whoever's last shuts the door.
Yuri.
And
Yeah,
the other
Yuri.
Yuri shuts the door behind you. And
Can I
Big
look
breath of relief right when that door closes.
you can seal it. you need higher clearance than you have to lock it. However, you know that Verity does have that clearance.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can do that.
Yes, could you possibly make sure it won't open behind us? I don't like my duck coming to quack at me after it's half in the pot. You know.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened to John, but
Yeah, John's dead. John is very dead.
something
you saw
got him.
John.
Keep the light on me.
Light on you.
I'll
Yeah,
try
John.
to- I'll lock the door.
As we got into the corn, something like breathed.
He was
on
there,
me.
and then he wasn't.
And then there was some breathing. And then when we were in the corn, there was something to our left, and that's when I just had us run. I don't know what was in the corn on the left, but
I'd rather
John
not find out.
John was definitely gone.
It's pretty harsh.
Yeah.
You always loved my apple pie that they baked on Sunday.
Talk about apple pie later.
Yes, sorry. Is that door closed?
Yeah, Verity is able to successfully lock the door just fine. And you guys turn around to the hallway of branching rooms. You know that the generator is in the center of this hallway. It is down, there's like a hatch that you open to access the generator.
Should we look for like a weapon? Weapons or something?
I mean, I grabbed this and I pulled like literally, I didn't even remember I had it until just on my hip, like just a butcher's cleaver that I had. I mean, I have this, but I prefer to use it on the, on the.
I mean, I have a pair of
stable,
scissors.
I have a utility
carcass that it's skinned. It's a high quality knife. I had it imported. I prefer not to ruin it.
Should we get
It's
something
pretty
that can like
expensive,
bash things?
There might be something in the generator room.
Yeah. Well,
Oh yeah, we can definitely get a wrench in the
Go
generator.
to that.
I feel like
Yeah,
Jake brought a baseball bat.
Yeah, one of these rooms definitely might have a boost.
Yeah.
Yes, I think
Can
Schmidt was an avid Yankees
the
fan.
pipe?
He might have assigned.
Yeah. Can I, like, as we're going through the hall, can I
I'll
like
give you back the
go into
flashlight.
rooms and see if I can find, like
All right.
something that can be used as a bludgeoning weapon of some sort?
All right.
And
bat,
you're
right?
give Theo the flashlight back, and just
Okay.
goes, your turn.
All right. Theo, I would like you to go ahead and make a conflict roll.
Listen, I'm trying to burn through my top cards so that when we get to the lab, I
exactly.
have my moment up.
With your 7 dice.
Yeah, we're gonna burn that vice.
Ooh,
That's
How many
3
ones?
1s and no 6s.
holy shit! Good burn.
Yeah, so we're gonna burn that, which is careless.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and rip it up.
Yeah. So we're gonna re-roll those. Okay, that's a 6. That's 1 6, no 1s.
Okay.
Nice.
I got 0 6s, so you guys don't lose any dice. Your dice pool is still at 7, and you succeeded. So why don't you tell me how you carelessly open this door and what you find beyond?
So I think that I open the first door and there's not anything. And then I open like a second door and there's also not anything. And I get to the third door, I like throw it open with probably a bit too much force. And there's also nothing. And so like for safety, we always close the doors. This door, when I close it, like it's still a little too forcefully. So it's quite loud. In a way that it wouldn't normally be. But I get like I kind of slam it and I rush onto the next room and I open that door again, kind of angrily. It's just like not thinking about the fact that there's definitely something out there. Throw it open and I do manage to find Schmidt's room where he had a baseball bat. And I come back out with it. Got it.
You come back out with Schmidt's shit.
Yep.
And
Quality baseball bat. I think it was signed by Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, wow. Wow, we're about to use this shit. That's brutal.
Literally, like, I know 3 baseball people, and I happen to have recalled that name from the
There
depths
you
of
go.
my mind.
There you go.
Yeah.
What is everybody else doing?
I would like to keep a lookout. Just sort of looking around, making sure nothing. I mean, the entire time, I've been looking behind us while I'm being pulled along. In the cornfield, and now here I'm just, looking behind. I do not want to be, the thing dragging them back. I want to help, and if there's something behind us, I want to see it, and I'm going to tell them so that I can hit it with the baseball bat.
All right.
I'm keeping an eye out for the theoretically there should be some sort of emergency lights that clearly aren't on. They'll be illuminating kind of everywhere as like a backup system.
They
and
are
so
in fact illuminating this area.
Or they weren't the biodome, so I'm kind of looking, see if I can see any sort of problems with them.
Okay, so you're going to the generator.
Well, like, I mean,
No,
like
like the
the
actual lights.
like
See if
I'm
they were
looking
tampered
up
with.
at the emergency lights, like, and the pipes that would contain the wires that would run between them, and looking for any sort of disruption or corrosion or anything that could explain why some systems might be malfunctioning or not working.
Okay.
Or not on.
You don't see any problems with the pipes in here. And again, the lights in here are working, and so there doesn't seem to be any problems going from here to the biodome. But you do know that if the lights themselves, like if the light bulbs are intact, then turning on the generator should turn on any like backup lights. There's kind of like a red, kind of like not klaxons, but well, klaxons make noise, but they're like red lights that will illuminate areas, kind of like around like a fire alarm.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So yeah, so if you get the generator running, even unilluminated rooms should at least be illuminated by those, presumably, as long as there's not some malfunction with those as well. And the generator would also give you the power that you need to turn on this rocket ship and to do several other things in this between you and the ship.
And you said the generator was a hatch in the middle of the hallway. What's at the end of the hallway?
So this hallway is like a spider web kind of. So the hallway that you're in goes to this like central kind of.
Oh, like around, like a corner, a cul-de-sac.
It's like
A hub.
Yeah, there's a hub. But there's also so there's some places off the side. So like not all of the areas off to the side are bedrooms from that hub. Some of the spokes, there's like one that leads to a like living room kind of area. It's got like TVs and there's 2 living rooms actually, and things like that. There's also one that leads to like a gym, and then there's like one that leads to like a library, things like that. And then one that leads to other labs and things that you guys use around the station.
Let's try to get that generator going.
Yeah, let's go to the hatch.
All right. You go over to the generator and you open the hatch, and inside you can see that there is a small room, kind of like a probably no bigger than like a bedroom, and it you kind of have to like jump down into it and kind of like crouch once you're in there, but who's gonna go down and take a look at the generator? When you do open the hatch, lights do come on in there, illuminating.
I'll do it.
All right.
Okay.
Verity jumps down and takes a look at the generator. Verity, I would like you to roll your 7 dice for a conflict roll.
Oh boy.
I believe.
You got this.
Trust in the dice.
The dice giveth and the dice taketh away.
Mm-hmm.
1 success, no failures.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
I got 0. So tell me
Hell
about
yeah.
this generator.
It's pretty old. This isn't the first place that it's been used. It was assembled on Earth, used in a facility, then disassembled and brought up as kind of a stopgap until they could get like a big fancy new generator up to the station, and then they just never did. All of the belts are very worn and scuffed and fraying a little bit on the edges because they're like a rubberized canvas. And from the looks of it, there's some there's some weird corrosion around some of the connections. Nothing that'll stop it from being restarted. And so I get down there and I'll call up because I'm a little bit worried that restarting the generator will cause the lights in here to flicker. So I call up for one of the people with the flashlights to come down just to keep us somewhat illuminated. And then when whichever person jumps down,
Johan will climb down.
when Johan climbs down, I'll get the generator restarted and wait until it's kind of rumbled to life and the sound of it has kind of settled into a familiar rhythm.
As you start the generator, you hear it begin to start up very, very loud. And as you say, the lights do flicker for a moment, and as they do, Yuri, the Sparkles Yuri.
Yuri the chef.
Yuri the chef.
Yes, hello.
As you're standing in the hallway, the lights briefly go out, and as they do, you feel a rush of air go towards you. And you feel, you hear like a tearing sound, and something inside you feels like it just like shifts or moves, and as soon as you notice it, the lights turn on and you see like a flash of movement, and nothing is in front of you. But you look down and you can see that there are a few holes, a few tears in your shirt.
Боже мой, what did any of you see that?
See what?
There was
Yo,
it was right there. It was in front of me. It
shit.
was just it came.
Yo,
and
look at your shirt.
What happened to your shirt?
I don't. This was a gift from my mother. What do you mean what happened? This was clean yesterday. I would never. What? Something was here. It
Holy
came for me, and in the light, it must have pushed it away or something. I don't.
What do you
I don't
mean
know. I don't
something
know.
was here?
I don't know. I just saw something and
I
I
look
felt
at
a
his
a
shirt.
breeze or something, and it came by me, and then the light came on, and then it was gone. But being like, look at my shirt. It's in tatters, and I can't do anything about this. I mean, it just shows up, and what are we gonna do about any of this? It's impossible. The situation.
Breathe!
Yeah,
Yuri.
Yuri.
Breathe!
Yuri puts a hand on Yuri's shoulder and just goes,
You
"Breathe."
need to be slapped.
No, I have better. I take a sip of vodka.
Yeah. Good call. Good call.
Sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
there was something here. I swear.
Yeah.
I swear there was something. It came right at me, and then in the nick of time, the lights came on, and it saved me.
I think that's true.
Did you grab anything that like could help settle my stomach?
Yeah, here. I hand you.
Yeah, vodka. yeah. Yuri just grabs the.
It solves all
hands
the
it down
problems.
the line.
Here, wash it down with some
Like the original
like
cure-all.
tear off like a chunk of like
Yeah.
week old bread and just like
Yeah.
hand it to you.
I just start.
Just
By the way,
gnaw on it. It gets
The
big.
image I have is of like Theo, who I've described as very petite, and these very large Russian men is very funny.
He's a large Russian. I'm a medium-sized.
Yeah.
Russian.
Oh, I'm a large Russian.
Yeah.
He's a
I'm like
large Russian.
I'm like a 6'5",
Oh,
like
shit.
500 pounds portly Russian man.
Okay. Theo's like
who-
5 feet tall.
Yeah,
She's
no, I'm like the Slav
got
swanning
belly.
Russian.
Like he's a Russian sumo wrestler minus 250 pounds.
All right, so we've got new names. So we've got Big Yuri and we've got Little Yuri.
Yuri, medium Yuri.
Yeah, exactly.
Verity,
I think we need more
you,
flashlights.
You don't actually hear any of this exchange because you're so close to this generator. It's so loud. It's you don't understand how incredibly loud generators are, and you're waiting for it to settle into that rhythm. But it's not getting there. It's chugging, and it just keeps chugging. And you take a look at the some of the belts and everything, and they're not in great repair. This generator might only have like a bit left. Like it seems to be doing okay right now, but it seems like it could give out at any moment.
I'm not sure it's a good use of our time to replace any parts. And I'm talking to Johan at this point because he's down here with me.
Well, we already knew we had to get out of here in a hurry. Now we just know we have to be a little bit quicker about it than we might have been otherwise. Let's just go get the others moving.
Mm-hmm.
You guys crawl out of the generator compartment, and you put the hatch back on, and with the hatch back in place, the incredibly loud generator whining and humming and thrumming is just settles into like a low hum, like a bit of a puttering hum, but and you can see that Big Yuri is a bit distraught.
I'm like poking my finger through one of the bigger holes in like my shirt. My mother, she needed this for me. What am I going to tell her? What? Scary darkness creature? No, she's going to listen. You think I'm going to be invited home for Christmas this year? I show up looking like a schmuck? No, it's just unbelievable.
Yuri, what's the matter?
Like, listen, look, my shirt is in tatters and ruins, and like
We need to get moving.
Yeah, I think we have to. Just know it's.
I don't know how
it's
long the
one
generator's
right here.
gonna hold out.
Okay, so
Yuri almost just got
check
snapped.
that the Johan, there's a way to check that the rocket's online. I forgot the word for rocket, guys. That's
space-
what I'm
I feel like that sometimes.
no, that's Emma forgetting. There has to be a way to check that the rocket's online now that we've got the generator up before we get there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I should be able to from just any terminal on the net. But
Okay. I know I have one in the lab. You could use that one.
With this generator going, you should be able to access the net. You should be able to access the security system.
Where is the nearest computer?
The nearest one that you'd be able to get access to that on would be in the next area, which is the like computer area.
Yeah, let's go there right now.
let's I say we need to get moving. Let's
go
to the lab if it's on the way, and I'll use the terminal there. We need to be doing things in parallel. We don't have very much left.
Okay, that's
okay.
Yeah, I'll lead the way to the lab. If we're gonna go there, not the computer, the like server room or whatever.
Wait, what?
So Coco, did you say that there's a room on the way we would to my lab that we would be able to get to computers, or is my lab the next thing where we get useful computers?
No, so there
The
is
computer.
so there's a computer area in the so the next room from here, the next area would actually be where you can access like a security system, get some like video feeds, get some be able to turn that on, features of that on, and then your lab is on the other side of that.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go to my lab's on the way to the rocket, so we'll go to the computers first.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's go.
Cool.
And I take off at a light jog.
Yuri follows quickly behind.
Trying to keep up.
I'm running. I have short legs.
Yep.
All
Well, it sounds like Johan is taking the lead on this one. So why don't you, Johan, go ahead and roll your 7 dice in your pool for.
Yuri's getting his cardio in for the year.
For the year.
I'm gonna
Okay, that is 1 6 and no ones.
Nice.
You know,
All right, I
running
did
within
not get a
500 feet
6.
is currently gonna win for my
Good shit.
cardio.
Good shit.
So.
So why don't you tell me about the security room?
Johan will take off at a light jog down the hallway away from the generator hatch. The dim light here buzzes with kind of halogen sounds, and the tromp of our boots is echoing up and down, somewhat muted by the buzz of the lighting. It's quiet otherwise. Eventually, we get to the door at the end of the hallway that leads to the computer lab. While everyone else catches up, Johan will quickly input his security credentials. The door slides open. The door is thicker and stronger than most of the other doors. This one meant to prevent from intrusion in the event that a rogue agent or an astronaut, perhaps with aims not in tune with our corporate sponsors, chose to gain access to the lab. So it's a little bit higher duty, meant to actually prevent intrusion, not just keep the cold void of space out. It slides open and the room itself is dark, but flickers into light as we step in. Previously, only the dim LEDs blinking on and off of rows of servers provide illumination, but rows of emergency lighting under and over the server racks flicker into light as we step in. Johan will move immediately to a keyboard protruding from a server rack with a simple monitor above it and say to the others, "Look on the door at the other end. I'm going to try something here." And I'll log on to the security system.
Here we go and peek through the other door.
I'm going to stay with Johan. I'm probably pretty familiar with the system, so if something goes wrong, I might be able to get it fixed faster.
I'll bring my flashlight over with Yuri.
Someone close the door behind us.
Don't worry, I got that. I
Cool.
close the door.
Actually, Yuri's just gonna hold his hand out and just go, "Can I have your flashlight, Johan?"
Yeah, here.
Cool.
Johan, as you are looking through the system, you can see that a lot of it is, in fact, all of the security features have currently been disabled. Notably, everything, all of the security doors that require special keypad access that lead up to the rocket have been disabled. And you know that in order to disable those, you needed to disable certain other security systems. So it looks like somebody might have been here and disabled these systems just kind of like en masse. And so there are different security systems that you can try to bring back online. There are cameras. There are you can see like which areas have no air, and things like that. So, Verity, as you are looking on, the problem is, Johan, that a lot of this is like you can navigate it a bit, but you don't really know what you're looking for here. And Verity, as you're looking on, you we get to your moment, and you can go ahead and make a conflict roll with your 7 dice and see how well you can help Johann navigate this system.
Okay. One success, one failure.
All right. So, if we take 1 die away, you guys have 6 now. But you, tell me what you do. Tell me what happens, and tell me how this inspires you with hope.
So the problem with the security system, and my best guess as to why somebody would turn it off, is that it does pull a decent amount of power, so we have to be careful about which systems we turn back on. And as great as cameras would be, cameras rely on light, and if the things that we are running from exist only in the dark, that's not really going to get us anywhere. So I focus more on the environmental stuff, and I see that in that there's specifically where there's atmosphere, there is actually a straight shot to the where we would need to get for the rocket, and with a little bit of care, I can get the security doors out of whatever funk they're in and try to make it so that we'll be able to close them behind us and lock them.
All right. You have earned your hope die, and you can go ahead and add that to any of the conflicts that you make. And you can go ahead and burn your moment, by the way.
All right?
Very nice.
Assuming that was on top.
No, it's not.
Oh.
Yeah.
I should have asked that first. I forgot about that.
I've really been trying to use the card on top of it, but I keep rolling too well.
yeah, we keep rolling too well.
Yeah, we're rolling.
Every single time, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Use the dice. Use the dice. Here's how I'm going to use the dice. And then it's like 6s.
I've been rolling really great too.
All right. Then you do not get your hope die. But what Diego, what's on top of your stack?
My virtue.
Okay.
Quick thinking.
Okay. You do have her succeed. Huh?
Who? Yeah. So I have my moment on top right now. Who else? Yeah. Will does.
Okay. So you two are the only ones that have
Big,
your moments
big
on top.
Yuri.
Big Yuri.
Big Yuri.
Right.
Because Will also is distinguishing.
Yeah.
So, you do succeed in getting the security systems set up and online, and all of that. However, Johann, you're not able to access the full intranet from here. This is mostly security systems and camera feeds and things like that. However, you do know that the geology lab is in the next area.
Okay,
You can check the computers there.
sounds good. Let's get
go.
going.
Okay.
Cool.
Who's going to check the next area?
I guess.
Me and Theo were already looking through the door.
Yeah. I guess I can because we're going
it's
toward
gonna be
my
weird.
lab.
Yeah.
Like I think that's
You
the next
take
thing we're gonna
point.
hit. So yeah, I'll do that. We have 6 dice.
Well, don't make a roll for this one.
Cool.
As you peek through the window, and you see that it is lit only by these red like warning lights, only by this emergency lights. There are no other lights on in this area, so everything is in this reddish glow, and you can see large like plastic crates filled with samples from the moon, from the planet, from the moon, that are just like piled up on tables and sitting around the edges of the room, and you can't get a good look at the entire room, and it's not an enormous room, but that's what you see before you open the door. And as you pull on the door, as the door goes to open, it's very difficult to open. You pull and you tug really hard, and it's really tough to open.
Does it not open?
As soon as you pull as hard as you can, and you get it to open, everybody else sees this, and you get it to open just a crack, and as soon as you do, you hear a whistling sound. And it's like it's resisting you every step of the way.
Like there's a breach on the other side?
Like there's no air on the other side.
Fuck. I force it closed again.
Okay. So.
Fuck.
Fuck indeed. 3 of us have suits on.
Yeah.
Okay.
There should be more suits in there.
Right, in there. Okay.
If you can go in and get those suits, Yuri and I can put them on and we can all go in.
Yeah. Yep.
I need to get those notes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the personal quarters back there should be airtight. You could step inside one of those.
I mean, you guys kind of might need to be here and help us open the door if we get shut in. If you wait here. You waiting here should be fine still.
You do know
step
that
through, it's going to decompress, isn't it?
Yeah, so okay.
Well, each door has like the airlock 2 thing, so like you open one side.
each door has a seal, but each door does not have an airlock.
Oh, I thought that's what she described earlier.
No, she said that each one has a seal. So it can be sealed so that it's airtight, so that if there is a breach, the breach does not go through to the other everywhere else that it's attached to.
Okay. We do know, Yuri just almost got fucking nabbed at those rooms.
Yeah.
Yes. Also,
there was we had a straight shot through of
if we go through my
your
lab.
rooms, right?
At my lab, where we're at.
Is the straight shot through the lab, or is it not through the lab?
You can make a detour around the lab, but it is going to take you extra time, and you're going to have to go through a few more rooms, a few more areas. You don't know what the state of those areas is like.
Okay.
I was talking about, I thought with the security system we found that from here we had a straight shot of atmosphere. So
wait.
Was the security system incorrect in showing atmosphere in the lab, or are we talking about a different route?
Oh, I missed it. Is that what you said?
Yeah, Glenna said we have a straight shot.
But
it didn't say.
And we previously established that the.
I don't think it said anything about that.
Glenna, you didn't say anything about atmosphere, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did.
I said that that was the system that I was checking because cameras would take too much power and not be useful because we're specifically looking at lack of light.
Okay. And you said that there was a straight
shot.
There
was a straight shot. I didn't specify whether it included the lab or not.
Okay. Yeah. then yeah, the lab still it does not seem to have atmosphere. It is, you know, a quicker route, but
Something could be up with the sensor.
Okay, so we're gonna take a different route, or I need those notes. If we're leaving, I need those notes.
and you do also
Okay,
know
well-
that there are presumably exosuits in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking Johan and I and Vandy also go through and try and just grab 3 sets of suits and come back.
All right, let's.
Go grab suits, and then I go back in to get the notes, or I can tell you where
And
they
I
are.
think,
And
I have a
Theo,
backup.
we can do both. Yeah.
Theo, you
Just
also
tell us-
know that there are, like, based on the tools that are in the geology
Mhm.
lab, there would definitely be there would be like foil and enough to repair like a small breach. You don't know what the breach is like, but
Yeah.
there would be enough to repair it
Then
if you could find it.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, we could also, close off all the doors in this room, of this room we're in, and the door behind us. Get safe. One of you open it. The next one, we lose the air here, and then when you come back, we close the door, open the other doors, and the air just becomes a little thinner. But it should be fine. Or we open up some of the oxygen supply gas canister, and it's again thinner air, but it's something.
Okay.
yeah.
yeah, I think
Well,
that's
three
we
of us
have to split up.
with exosuits will go, and we'll try and patch the breach, grab the notes, and I'll check the intranet. The 3 of you go back through to the hallway.
Just
Take
2 of
one-
us have to go back, I
Yeah.
think.
Take the. Oh
Well,
yeah.
I
2 of
I
you.
can
Take
stay
the flashlight.
behind because
Yeah, I have a flashlight.
yeah, and I have your flashlight, Johan. If you want it back for this part, I can just hold it for you while you do things if you want.
I might need it in there. Thanks.
Yeah,
You 3
there are.
go. We will stay out here.
Well, so we're backing up a room so that there's
Do
a
you want to
Yeah.
go get your
Yeah,
own
you're-
notes?
with us.
Do you want
Kind
someone
of.
else- Yeah, maybe someone else should take off the suit and you go get your notes.
Okay.
Yeah, I can switch my suit with yours.
Okay.
'Cause
Yeah.
we want her in there.
Yeah,
so
we'll
we
do
can
that.
repair stuff.
Seems
Okay.
like a good thing now, not
So
just
I know
everything
where stuff
bubbling
is.
around. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your
Okay.
lab.
So I'll take your flashlight after
Yeah.
I hand you over the suit.
We'll take the
All
time.
right,
Okay.
So the Yuris
Yuri-
are going to
You come
Yeah,
with me.
good.
We'll
Very
we'll share,
hard.
we'll share a,
We'll have a
we'll
good
share a
time.
finger or 2 of vodka and
Yeah,
hope they
yeah.
come back with air. for
Yeah.
us.
That
Okay.
sounds like a good plan.
Gee, I hope we don't get drunk at the end of this. This is going to kind of be shitty if we're
That'll make
fucking
flying
off our
harder.
rocker and we're being chased by angry demons.
Okay.
Don't worry, I trained how to fly drunk. It's chill.
Good, good. So did I. Loyal Cosmonaut skull for you.
So I
Yeah,
pushed
yeah,
the Yuris out.
Yeah. Don't be rushing over there.
All right.
Okay.
And then
And the other of you 3 all kind of put your backs into it and open this door, decompressing the security area after you've sealed the
The other door.
yeah,
they do.
the crew quarters.
Crew.
And the area decompresses, and you walk into this red lit geology lab before you. You look around and Theo, you take the lead, leading everybody to your
I probably have like a workspace.
yes.
You know, I doubt I'm the only person who works in this lab, so I go to like my spot. I probably keep like a backup hard drive of all my notes. So I would grab that.
In
Like I don't have to use the computer. I just have a backup I can pick up.
In fact, you did work here with one other person, and as you move around the side of the boxes, and you see your workstation. You approach it, and you can see that along the wall, along the opposite wall, there is a splatter of red, and you can see the remains of your assistant, the other geologist that was on the station. It looks like they explosively decompressed.
Okay. Can I start like rifling through my desk to try to like find? Because I probably I have that hard drive. It's backed up and updated, but it gets chucked into a very messy drawer.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and make a conflict roll with your 6 dice?
Don't fuck it up.
Listen.
Don't fuck it up, Emma. It's all riding on you.
On her, dude.
It can only go out from here.
I don't know if that's true.
We've got 1 6, no 1s.
There we go.
Then you have earned your hope die, and so
I have hope.
you narrate what happens, what you do, what you find, and why it gives you hope.
So I pull open a desk drawer and I just start rifling through it and probably I'm just kind of grabbing things and dumping them on the desk, and I finally pull it out and I'm like, I'm sure I figured it out. I have the notes. We just have to get them to, I don't know, someone who we can talk to, but I have them. Don't need the rocks anymore, I guess. But I have the notes.
Great.
Suits should be over there. Do I tear this now that I've done it?
Yes. Technically you do it before you do it, but I forgot again.
Ooh.
We'll get it by the 3rd time.
Am I the one who's gone through the most of my things? Am I the
Yeah.
I think
I'm
you're
at
the only
0.
one.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't
you're
gone
the
through
only one
any.
who's gone through.
Yeah, you're the only one you've gone through too.
I'm gonna be honest, I have been kind of fishing for mine, so
That's
I've
fine.
Yes,
also-
as opposed to me, who is very
Yeah.
much not fishing for
Hey,
the very
hey.
general idea of cooking mishap on strange station going well. Yes,
Hey,
of
I've been
course.
trying.
I kind of keep pushing us toward other people's too. I tried to get you towards yours, Will, by asking for food.
Verity and
fine.
Johan, what are you two doing?
Keeping a definite straight shot, watching
No,
the end of the
Verity and
hallway.
Johan.
Verity Johan.
Yeah.
Oh,
not
I heard Yuri.
Yuri, what are you talking about? Yuri,
Verity.
come.
And Johan.
Yeah, I see it now.
I pointed toward the other
Yeah. Just looking around, somewhat nervous, somewhat frustrated that we're taking a detour for notes when we should have grabbed the suits and gotten back.
Yeah, I would have just kind of beeline for the suits. Hopefully acting in parallel, while he's rifling through for the notes and stuff. That's suit time.
Yep.
I probably would have as I pulled the drawer, I would have been suits are over there.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think we're grabbing them, checking for oxygen.
Okay. Why don't Verity, why don't you give me a conflict roll?
All right. Let's see. Cool. There's no successes there, but also no failures.
Nice.
Give me a sec to think.
If it's a trait on top, it just lets you reroll ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can't do anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing then.
Okay.
Oh boy, good luck.
Then we are going to darken another candle. The scene will change. One more candle darkened. So, These things are true. The world is dark. Verity. We have 7 this time.
If we make it to the rocket, we may not all be able to escape if we can't. If we don't have suits for everyone.
That's next.
Big Johan. Or no,
Big
Big Yuri.
Yeah.
Johan and Yuri honestly messes me up more than double Yuri's.
With the generator online, the other survivors, those people are taking the last rocket off.
For all the systems on the rocket to work, they need to be turned on before the generator dies.
Diego.
There are the breach in the wall to the geology habitat is perfectly round.
The suits in the geology habitat do not have any air canisters with them.
While the breach is round, it is still small.
Even though the air was vented, everything looks and feels disturbingly normal. Like it wasn't so much a rush, but a disappearance. I can't think of a good word.
And we are
And
all
we are
alive.
all alive.
Right. 8 candles still burning. They're getting kind of low. Some of these scenes might be relatively short. Everybody, your dice pool is now back at 8, and I now have 2 dice.
Boy.
So you find, in fact, 4 exosuits here. Actually, no, sorry, there were 2 of you. So you find 2 exosuits here, and they do not have any air canisters, but they look to be intact.
Should we fix the breach or just take the other route?
We're wasting enough time as it is.
Okay,
I'll
grab
try
the
and fix the
suits.
breach. Take the suits back to the others.
Yeah.
And I'll I'll just take like a flat thing and put it against the hole in the wall.
Real quick.
I would point you to, like, we knew there were supplies that we could use probably to fix a breach, so I just kind of point you as we start taking the suits.
I just
Yeah,
realized you
that
guys
would
both have
probably
the flashlights.
been something that my job would have actually involved on the station.
Yeah.
So I could take the lead on that.
You know how to do that here. Do that.
Neither of the Yuris have a flashlight, right?
No, we don't. We are Russian.
We would have
see the
handed
ground.
off.
We have dark vision, 360 feet.
That's true. We have Russian vision.
Yes. It
Russian.
only gets better with alcohol.
Yeah, exactly. We have.
We can see through the vodka.
There we go.
Verity was going to try to fix the breach.
Yeah, using some sort of maintenance kit that would be in a lab because lab mishaps happen.
True. Okay, so go ahead and make a conflict roll with your 8 dice.
Let's see. Oh boy. We got 1-1 and 3 6s.
Okay. Put that aside. You've got 7 dice in your pool. I got 0 6s. So why don't you go ahead and tell me about the repair?
So the repair kit it's kind of like a bandage, but it's like got some sort of like plaster on it that you activate that's not something you want on your skin at all. It won't cut through the suits, but it bonds to basically any surface, including the metal the wall would be made of. And I take that out, I put it on, I put the activator on, and kind of wait and poke at it until it seems like it's hardened in place and there should be a seal.
All right. And as you do so, you do notice that hole is in fact perfectly round. However, the last candle that I lit when I was describing traits has just gone out, and so again, we transition to a new scene. So,
Oh boy.
these things are true. The world is dark. We're going to start here because nobody really prompted it.
I don't know who you're pointing at.
That's fair. Emma.
Okay.
You just pointed off the side of the screen.
Fair enough.
You just pointed to no one for me.
All right, Emma.
We're able to get the room to like when we open back into the other rooms, we can get air back. Like we can recompress it, the lab.
If we're able to make it safely through the lab, then for at least a little bit, we don't have to worry about the lack of air canisters on the new suits.
Okay.
We are not closest people on the station to the shuttle.
The lab has a system to recompress the air already kicking into gear.
Our companion Yuri is Yuri the Lesser. Yuri the Smaller is the only surviving pilot.
The terminal for intranet access has been damaged by the decompression in the geology lab. Alright. So, your dice pool is now 7, and I have 3 dice.
And we are all alive.
Oh, sorry.
And we're all alive.
And we are all
We
alive.
are all alive.
Sorry, I forgot.
Unless there's something you want to tell us, Coco.
Yeah, I was like, unless we're missing something.
And drink to our liveliness, eh?
Yeah.
Alright.
It's empty.
So, the Yuris. What are you two doing?
Keeping definitely an eye down that hall while we drink.
Yup. Like
We're
a
both
stiff,
just like staring.
a stiff drink,
Pass
and then
on
one
that.
of us has like one direction, like 'cause it's like just like a little porthole through this like airlock window. So
Yeah.
one of us is looking one direction, one of us is looking the other direction, like looking at each other, but looking at an angle.
As we
like
like drinks.
who
Back,
can
back
like
to back.
just-
Like,
No,
no, like we're
okay.
on either side of
Like
the one
facing each
window.
other.
Just
Like,
like,
yeah, so
I'm
you're, like-
here, he's there, both looking
And we're
that
just
way
passing the
and
bottle
that way.
across. Just
You're
Into
like-
this like circle.
Awkwardly close to
Like
each other.
6
Like your
inches apart.
faces are like
Yeah,
awkwardly
Were this a
close.
show,
Like
we'd
that.
be queer baiting hard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And we're just like, it was like one sip, like one like just like like swig of vodka, and then we're just like we're sitting there, it's dead fucking quiet, and just like
No one's speaking.
we're just like we're not like we're barely breathing, we're just making as little noise as fucking possible.
Yeah.
It's good or bad or good or bad. It's bad. It's not good.
It's happening.
Yeah.
Whichever one is looking out at the, actually, I'll pose it to the rest of you. So what are the rest of you doing?
Probably now that we've got compression back in this room, opening the door back up to go get the Uris.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reconvene.
I think especially, and I would point to like the computer, not knowing it's damaged, that where theoretically Johan should be able to get access
Mm-hmm.
to the internet. I'd say like, oh, it's that one. We'll go get the door, check on it.
Johan will proceed to the terminal and try and log on and access the intranet, and maybe not be able to.
Yeah, as you log on, the computer does have power, but it seems that as you try to like get intranet access, you're getting like a 404 page. It's just not able to. It's not able to connect to anything outside of this specific terminal.
Okay. I checked the back. Are all the cables connected?
They're all connected. They're really cold, and you know that if the cables are cold, there's really not much between the cables and the inside of this machine. If it was, they're mostly fine with cold, but like a flash cold, like an explosive decompression, might have shorted something out inside.
I'll say it's no good. Get the Uris. We're leaving.
Okay.
Okay, I think as soon as we see them and they give us the thumbs up, like we're good to open the door, we'll crack.
We'll literally just go.
Yeah.
Get in there.
Put on the things. Put on
Well,
the suits.
Yeah, we'll say though, there's no air for these. We have to find more.
Right,
Wait, we have a spare.
We have a spare. Yes.
Yeah,
There's two of you,
Yuri,
though.
Please,
I mean,
half mine, half you.
I'll look again for more spares in this room.
There aren't any. I don't think there are.
In which room?
The lab room.
The geology.
The one where we found the suit. No one looked for any extra air canisters.
Okay. True. You look around, and you open some boxes. She tells you where they're not. Theo tells you definitively where they're not. And you don't find any. Like they would really be like with the
with the suits.
Suits, really, as far as you know.
Okay, so we can at least put all the suits on.
Yeah.
Listen, we have suits. Hold breath until we get through area. Just maybe don't breathe. Plus, we have canister. The half and half we could share. Whatever. Let's just keep going.
Not gonna have air right
There
now.
should be other ones along the way, though.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
There's definitely more suits and air canisters
Yeah.
right outside the rocket.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll take a suit and then use my extra to make sure my suit has air.
Verity, you said you found like a path for us, right?
And I'll describe the path from here to the launch bay.
All right. Is it going to be through this geology lab? Or
I think so.
Around. Okay. All right. You make your way through the geology lab again. And who wants to open the next area?
Johan would have stayed in the lab and kept a lookout on the door and scouted ahead. So.
Oh, you're going to open the door?
He said scouting ahead anyway, so.
Scouting.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, when he meant when they were getting the Yuris, he was just checking.
Yeah.
Got it. All right, I missed that. Okay, yeah, go ahead and make a conflict roll with the 7 dice.
Sure. You're definitely not just
Or
trying
back
to
to 7.
waste time.
I got 2 6s and a 1.
All right. I also got 2 6s, so you do succeed. You lose a die, so the pool is down to 6. However, I have.
Wait, I thought you won ties.
Yeah, I do win ties.
He win.
If you both got 2 6s.
Yeah.
Oh.
2 6.
So he succeeds,
Coco gets narrative control.
but I get
The
narrative
scene
control.
doesn't end.
Right.
Oh, okay. So now we're at 6 dice, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you take a look through the door, and you can see an area of dim light beyond. You know that this is the bio lab, not the biodome. But this is like where you keep like animal specimens to see how they survive in different conditions in space. And you see that there are a lot of the cages have been kind of knocked over, and some of them have been like torn apart, and you can see that you don't see any movement, but this area is lit dimly. And when you open the door, as soon as you do, you hear squeaking from mice or guinea pigs or something like that. And everybody else kind of follows suit. But you see that there is all of the cages. You see some to the left which are still occupied, but you can see that there's blood that is covering the floor of all of them that are still occupied. There are some animals inside, some monkeys, some dogs, a pig that are no longer moving. And you look to the right and you can see there is like the end of a hall, and it turns and continues on into the rest of the room.
Do you want to check here for another terminal?
Let's keep moving for now.
Yeah, I think we
We're
just fucking
running
did.
low on time.
Yeah,
I doubt that there's any canisters in here.
it wouldn't make sense, no.
Seems like the louder animals got killed, but the quiet ones survive. Can you hear that? The squeaking, just barely.
Yeah.
Okay.
They may be attracted to noise.
Noise.
Let's go, and I'll try to move briskly, but with care to try my best to place my feet quietly. So I'm still moving fast, and I know that that's going to limit the amount of quiet that I can produce, but I will be at least aware of the noise I'm making.
Okay. As you round the corner, you can see that there is you see a flash of movement beneath a table in the far corner. There are a few tables between you and there, and there is an area to the side for like smaller animals in like tanks and for some of the like rodents are kept, and where some of the like reptiles and amphibians and stuff are kept. And the area is actually, in addition to dim light, it's also a bit illuminated a bit with blue. You can see aquariums at the far end of the room, also on the left. But you also see the door to the next area. But again, there was a flash of movement that went beneath one of the tables.
And that flash movement was between us and the exit?
Yes.
I'll drop to a squat and look under the tables and shine my flashlight.
Your flashlight illuminates a dog, which looks at you with bared teeth, and it begins a low, barely audible growl, and it does not look very happy to see you.
Sorry, are we all there, or is it just?
I would have followed.
I think we're all there.
Yeah, I think we all would have followed.
You're all there at
Does
this
it-
point.
Does the dog look scared or hungry or, territorial or?
Angry?
It's hard to say. It's a
More just on edge.
It's a medium-sized dog with mostly brown fur and black like around his snout. It's you know that it's been days since you guys heard from everybody, so maybe it's entirely possible that somebody didn't come in here and fed them or anything.
I think the first immediate reaction is I'm gonna just go to one of the cages that's covered in blood. Is there still carcasses in those cages?
In some of them, yeah.
go over to carcass, just hack off like a big haunch of meat, and just like wave it very obviously in front of the dogs, and just like throw it just off to the side, not like far, but just like just off to the side.
All right. Big Yuri, I think we've gotten to your moment, and since I know it happens to be on top, why don't you go ahead and make a conflict roll with the 6
First,
dice.
I'm going to rip the moment.
Perfect.
Thank you.
6 dice for the conflict roll.
For the love of God, please don't fuck this up. No ones, 2 6s.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, tell me what happens.
So, there's this, there's a pen that has these, like, modified, like, rabbits. These, like, these are these, like, large, you've seen these pictures, like, images online of, like, these, like, 100-pound rabbits that are just, like, 3.5 feet long, and they're massive. Its carcass has been dead for days, but like, the dogs can't get in. The dog couldn't get in, and so like, pulling back, like cutting the lock, pulling back, and just grabbing like, the back leg, which is this massive chunk, and like just waving it, making sure that like, breathe through the air so there's enough whiff to really get the scent of this fresh meat, or fresh-ish meat, because there's very little bacteria up here, and then just sort of throwing it in a way where it's like, I'm not, it's not, the dog's not gonna lose track of where this meat's going. But it's just far enough where it's deciding whether it wants the meat or it wants us, the group, and it immediately just snaps and chases after, and there's like the sound of ripping and tearing. And as we continue on, like I pull the rest of the carcass out where we were standing, so that when the dog comes back, it has another thing to like eat as opposed to coming after us.
Right. All right. You
Nice.
also get your hope die.
And I think to myself, and this is how you feed yourself in famine. You feed the dogs, or you eat the dogs.
True.
Never attack a Russian when it's cold outside. And it's very cold in space.
Very true.
Also very hot.
Well, yes.
Not anymore.
Currently, no.
Currently, no.
All right. So what are you guys doing? Dog is distracted.
Yeah, I think rushing the door as the dog's distracted. Yeah.
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 Who's gonna pull it open?
Yuri will pull it open.
All right, little Yuri, go ahead and roll those 6 dice for conflict.
Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna use my pessimistic vice because I rolled 2 1s and no 6s.
Ooh. All right.
That's 1 6.
Okay. I also got a 6, so you did succeed. So no ones.
But you
total?
have narrative.
Yeah. So
Okay. Yeah, no ones.
Okay. So you go up to the door, and you look through it, and there is a it's like a another lab space, and this is for geology, bio. This is a
Astrometrics.
yeah. This is a star lab, where you guys are. There's a big telescope in here, and you know what it's supposed to look like, but you can't actually see anything through it. It looks like the window, the little window, is just covered with blood.
Covered with what?
Covered with
Blood.
blood.
Oh.
Oh. Upon seeing that, I would just reach my hand. Yuri would reach his hand back and just go, "Can I have a flashlight?"
I'd hand him mine.
And then I would just crack the door open and peek the light through.
All right. You see that this room is illuminated in red. There is as you pull the door back, there appears to be a body that is slumped against it. This is Mariah. She appears.
She carries a lot.
She appears to be, again, mostly fine, but for tears across all of her clothing and bleeding out of, you're not sure where, but it just seems to be all over the place. Can you
Does it
see
look like
words, but
Does she look like she's slumped, like sitting against this door, like she was like attacked and like fell against it, or like she was trying to get to this door and like open it and when she died? Like, is she stomach down or back down?
she's leaning with her back against the door.
Jerry will slowly, fully open the door, keeping the flashlight up, and then check her body for anything. Like another flashlight or anything.
Yeah, as you peek in, or as you shine the flashlight around, you see that there are some other areas of blood in here, and there are a lot of shadows that are made by all of this red light that is along the walls rather than the ceiling. You said you're checking her pockets and everything?
Yeah, in case she has like a flashlight or something.
Go ahead and make a conflict roll.
I got nil.
Nothing?
Yep.
All right. Well, it just so happens that one of the candles has just darkened itself, so we're just gonna go ahead and do a bunch of truths as I blow out another candle.
Oh shit! So we're dropping down.
We're taking 2 scenes out right here?
Taking 2 scenes.
Shit.
Okay.
We're down to 5 dice now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Hey.
Which is yeah. I mean, it's fine because it's 1 a.m. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
these are also going to start going quicker.
Okay, so we're doing
So what
5 and then 4.
Yeah.
We're doing 9.
Isn't it 6 then 5, or is it 5 then 4?
It is.
If we have
Candle,
5,
Yeah, it's 5.
we're
and then
doing 4, and we skipped
and then
one, so
before
we're
that would
doing
have been
5.
Okay, so a total of 9.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we're just gonna go around and just do 9, starting with Will. So, or starting with Hagen. Hagen.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
These things are true. The world is dark.
when the people are attacked by them, they don't necessarily die.
Thanks. Cool. I definitely didn't need to sleep tonight anyways. Okay.
Mm, they do not kill people out of a desire to end their lives.
They are in the astronomy lab.
There are other full oxygen canisters within reach of us, somewhere along our path.
The blood of their victims never actually congeals, so it's impossible to tell when they died.
Glenn, I think skipped me, but it's okay.
Oh, did I? What?
No,
Yeah,
you're
go
right
ahead.
before
No,
me,
you're
man.
next.
Oh, I'm
You're
great.
next.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'm Tom.
no, I
sorry.
go after
Yeah,
I'm
you're right
sorry.
before me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The shuttle has been prepped for launch by someone else already.
There's more than one of them in the astronomy room.
Diego and then me.
We have only 4 or 5 rooms left to go for reaching the shuttle bay.
There is... There are oxygen canisters in the astronomy lab.
We are.
And we're all
We are all
alive.
Alive.
Allegedly.
For now.
Allegedly.
But we're kind of in the box, right? So really, we're, are we alive? Are we dead? It's kind of
True,
50-50
yeah,
until
yeah.
someone observes us.
True, true, true.
I think we're being observed.
All right. So
Yeah.
I hate that more.
your dice,
Stop it.
your dice
Listen,
pool-
I have to deal with looking in my own camera and seeing the reflection off of the art behind me and just be
Oh.
like, oh, that's
It's awful.
I.
Why'd you tell me about it?
Hey, I have to live with it in this room.
Yeah, I heard my radiator go off and I was like, whoa.
Oh god.
That's why I just glanced behind me during that.
All right.
Okay.
Candlelight's burning, folk.
Yep.
True, true, true.
all
Oh
right, so you
boy.
guys have 5 dice, and I've got 5 dice.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Who has who has
Oh.
who has their moment on top? Nobody. Okay. So
Yuri just opened a door.
I'm
Yeah.
checking pockets of someone. That's what happened.
that's right. You were checking the pockets, and you failed the roll. So,
That's what ended the scene.
She doesn't have in her pockets. She doesn't have anything, but in her hand, she had a you're not sure what it was. It was some kind of sharp implement that she might have used as a weapon, but it seems all like mangled for the most part. However, it has some black substance on it.
Yuri will try and unpry her hand and take it out of her hand.
Yeah, you do, and it seems just like a piece of twisted metal from you're not sure what. But the black substance is it's a bit thick, and it does seem to be liquid. It's not really sticky, but it's just thick and has stuck to this implement. And you can see now she has a little bit on her jumpsuit too.
Does it look like it was caustic or anything?
No, it doesn't look like it's eaten away at anything.
Okay, Yuri will show that to everyone else, and I go, I think she wounded one. And I'll pass it down if you want to look at it.
Who are you passing it to?
Whoever's behind me.
Okay.
So I guess whoever handed me the flashlight, which I
So
think
then
was
me.
Yeah.
Okay, so they can be hurt.
Yeah,
Maybe.
If they can bleed, we can kill them.
I don't know if I would call this blood though.
It might be.
We don't
probably
know
not. Yeah, that's a
how
fair
much
point.
it takes to
If
kill
we
them.
can get Icarus' black substance out, we can take all of it out, and then they cannot have it.
No.
That's fair enough.
Unless
Yeah.
that's all they're made of.
Yeah. Can you
know
get the
what,
door?
that's fair.
Can we?
Yeah, the door's fully open now.
Okay.
Let's
we look
we
for-
have 4 rooms, 5 rooms left, and we're there, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
let's
something like that.
let's fucking go.
Sometimes air canisters get left here, so
But there's a lot of shadows here.
yeah.
I personally would like a canister.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yes, I think
kind
it's-
of an,
Mm-hmm.
We check, and as soon as we find one, we get out.
we just need one, right?
Yeah, we just need one.
Yeah.
So then, I guess Yuri still has a flashlight, so he'll start, trying to get as much shadow as possible whenever he walks forward. Make sure there's, almost no shadow nearby.
All right. As he sweeps his flashlight around, one more candle has just gone out.
Oh, fuck.
Jeez.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So let's speed this up as much as we can.
Yeah.
These things are true. The world is dark.
We're down to 3 truths.
Correct.
There's only 3 candles?
Yep. Well, there's 4 candles.
There's 4 candles. We always have one
Okay.
less truth
Yeah,
than
Right.
candles.
Emma.
Oh. We successfully find the air canister we're looking for.
Okay.
One of them is on the rocket.
Only one Yuri is making it to the rocket.
What?
Which one?
Why?
One wasn't in front.
Only one can live.
And we are all alive.
We are-
Four.
Wow.
Only one of them is a pilot.
All right. So your dice pool is now 4 minus 6.
Yeah. Yep.
So you find the oxygen canisters pretty quickly. They are just kind of sitting out. It looks like Mariah might have grabbed them herself.
Mm.
And you make your way further into the room. The shadows are everywhere, and there is a place in between these large like server towers that is completely dark, that they cut off the light between between 2 different sets of these emergency lights. And so in order to get to this next door out of the astronomy lab, you will have to walk through this area of darkness.
I guess.
Push through.
Whoever has the second flashlight, I'm gonna keep my back to the wall, and then you shine your flashlight on me. So as I sweep around and shit, I'm still always in light. And as I go through, and then I can turn around and then shine the flashlight back.
So that no matter what, we're within the light.
Yeah.
Okay. Johan?
Yeah, you have the other flashlight. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Yuri's, I guess, going first.
Mm-hmm.
I'll plug into rear.
Little Yuri begins making his way forward, keeping the light on him, keeping the light forward. And as you get about halfway through this darkened area, your flashlight flickers. This is the one that you found in
Yes,
the engineering area.
Yes, it is.
Your light flickers, and for a moment at least, it turns off, and you hear a rush of air coming towards you, and you are hit by an enormous force that throws you against the wall.
Do we see anything with Johan's light on him?
You see a dark arm kind of like hit him from the side and throw him against the wall. It stays just out of the beam of the light, and that's what you see right now.
Can I try and move my beam to illuminate this thing?
I would like you to make a conflict roll.
That's 5d6 now?
No, you're down to 4.
4.
Yeah.
4d6,
We just
yeah.
lost another one.
Just roll 4d6.
Help you.
and get
All right, I got a
Give
6.
way up.
I got 1 6.
Okay, I got 0. So why don't you tell me what it is?
Yes, dude.
I didn't say it, but that I think was a dire conflict. But
I thought I was gonna die.
Just as Yuri is slammed in by this dark form, my arm twitches and I sweep the beam, exposing briefly for an instant a being that seems to be a crude reflection of a human person. There are the 2 legs, the 2 arms, the central trunk, and the head, yes, but they're all gruesomely out of proportion. The fingers and toes are long, far too long, almost the size of the arms and legs. There are joints, too many joints, and the head is crudely extended. But as the beam catches it fully, it seems to cover its, or where a human would have its face with its eyes, and it grows ephemeral and vanishes. Just where I had put the flashlight beam on it. Where has it gone? I don't know. But the light, it is where the light is not, perhaps. Sweep the light back over to Yuri, who is stunned but alive on the wall.
true.
Go over to shake him awake. Come on, Yuri, let's go.
Fuck, those things hit.
Let's go.
And as you go to leave, you realize that the one place the light is not on, Johann, is you. And you feel something knock you to the ground. And
Would he have shaken me awake where I would be trying to keep my flashlight on him at this point?
As soon as your flashlight right now fell out of your hands and is on the ground. It is nearby. But Johann has been knocked to the ground. What's everybody doing?
Can I try and get my flashlight in on the creature?
Go ahead and make a conflict roll.
Okay.
This is a dire conflict, by the way.
Yep. Then we have 4 dice.
Yes.
Yep.
1 success.
All right, I got 2.
The light, it
So you
burns.
succeed, but I take it. You grab the flashlight and you move it towards him. But Johann, as you see your companions dive around, you feel yourself dragged backwards, and you hear, but right in the middle of it, you are illuminated briefly by the flashlight that is flickering on and off, and you feel that the hand that is grabbing your ankle disappears, and then it tries to grab you again, but it disappears again as the flashlight is flickering on and off. And
Can I go for him and try to pull him back towards us?
Big Yuri grabs your arm and he pulls you back to your feet.
Come on, no lying down on the job, eh? Let's get the move on.
I'll back off, sweeping my flashlight in wide arcs as I back away.
All right.
Okay, let's go.
Make one of you make one more conflict roll as you guys try to book it down the rest of this passage.
I got it. Don't worry, guys. Follow me.
Big Yuri it is.
Boy.
I got it.
Big
Don't
Yuri.
worry, guys. It's all
Big
me.
Yuri.
Big Yuri with 1 6 and 0 1s
Hey,
coming in clutch.
Yeah, we take those.
I got
We
0
take
6s.
these.
So what?
Ooh.
Oh
Mwah.
boy.
We don't come into Mother Russia during the winter. We come into you. No. We bolt for the far door. There are darkness whispers all around us. But as we go, we trip. We stumble a little bit and slam into like an old battery pack that was been dislodged from one of the emergency lights, and it floodlight all around, all across, and on top of us. And so there's a large, like 40-foot radial flood lamp illuminating most of the central space. We can then, use our flashlights to push through the rest of the ray and make it out of the room. We close the doors behind us, shunk. We throw the hatch and seal them so that nothing can get past, and we are through the room and safe for now. And both Yuris are still alive.
Both Yuris are still alive.
Close one though.
Mm-hmm.
And you turn around. You turn around to look, and you are in fact, another engineering section. And this one, is excuse me. This one does not have the same type of rovers or anything in it. Instead, it has just kind of like plumbing stuff and electrical stuff for the rest of the station. It's just kind of like maintenance in general. And you take a look around, and this also is only lit by these red emergency lights. There are pipes and like boilers and just like tanks like everywhere here. And off to the right is some like electrical equipment, and most of this plumbing stuff is off to the left here. And on the opposite end from the rest of it, is the door to the next area.
I'm gonna look for more batteries real quick. Yeah. Because this flashlight's kind of fucking junk at this point. There's definitely batteries in a maintenance area.
Over by the electrical area?
Yeah.
Alright.
Please keep a flashlight on.
You also know that this area would have access to the intranet in the electrical area. Presumably. Alright, so looking for batteries, go ahead and make me a conflict roll.
I'm gonna burn my lucky virtue to reroll that one.
Alright.
1-6.
1-6?
Yep.
Alright, I got none.
Ooh.
Hit me.
Yuri, okay, what was the layout for the, like, was it like distinct spaces, or was it like rooms that were like electrical,
It was
plumbing?
like spaces. They kind of share a room.
Okay. Yeah, so while walking over, Yuri accidentally trips and hits another one of those wall floodlight things and turns on the area to the electrical room, and is able to immediately see just like a like labeled drawers for like wires, scissors, crimpers, and whatever. And then there's one for batteries.
Perfect.
And immediately pulls out that drawer and just replaces the battery and hands another battery to Johan to replace his battery as well.
Johan will do.
All right. And now the electrical area is dimly lit.
Yeah.
Leaving some.
Yeah, it
light
was only
onto
the electrical area, not
Yeah.
the rest of the areas. It was kind of like a special workstation.
Yeah, so this like half of the room is lit.
Yeah.
What's everybody else doing?
Okay.
Come on,
Johan.
let's go.
Yeah, anything else in here? I think we can just fucking leave.
Yeah.
Or did you want to was there anything else you want to check on the computers?
going to check the intranet, but I think we should just keep moving.
You do
I
know
don't want to run. Yeah.
there are 2 rooms between here and the shuttle, and you do know that the intranet has through the intranet you would be able to contact if anybody is on the shuttle, but there wouldn't really be a way to do that otherwise, except until you get on
Nearby.
the shuttle.
I'll get onto the.
Yeah, maybe
In that case, I'll try and access the terminal.
Yeah.
For the intranet.
Okay. And also, this would be the intranet would also be your only opportunity to see if anybody else is still on the moon base and still alive, still around. So you head on over to the terminal, and is your moment up?
It is not on top, unfortunately.
Okay. Go ahead and try to access it anyway. Go ahead and give me a conflict roll.
Okay, we're still at 4.
Yeah.
I did not roll any successes.
Me either. However, since you did not roll any, we are blowing out a candle and moving to another scene. Alright, there are 3 candles left. 2 truths. These things are true. The world is dark. Diego.
The only other moon base survivors are on the shuttle.
The survivors on the shuttle have not finished loading the rocket with supplies. Alright.
And we're all
And
still
we are
alive.
alive.
Keep forgetting
I was waiting for you to do your conductor's
Yeah.
that. Your pool is now 3.
Oh shit.
And you can't get access to the intranet from this terminal. It seems that there is a perfectly circular hole right in the center of the screen.
Did they? Seems they understand at least a little bit of what this meant. This is not a great sign, but let's go. Let's keep
Yeah, we
moving.
just have to
Yeah.
keep going.
You just have to hope for the best when we get there.
Yeah.
All right.
What's on next room?
So you guys go through the next, move into the next room, and it is, this is actually really just like a long hallway. You know that at the end of this, there is like a prep room, before you get to the rocket itself, to the shuttle itself. This is just a long hallway. And you guys begin making your way down, and you'd be like at a steady jog at this point. Big Yuri's huffing and puffing, and especially with all the adrenaline wearing off, you guys are exhausted at this point. But there's still a lot of adrenaline to be had. And one more candle has just gone out.
Bro.
You guys are running down the hallway. There are 2 candles left. But we're going to end this soon. These things are true. The world is dark. Emma.
They are not in this hall with us. And we are all
And we are
alive.
We are all alive.
As you guys are racing down this hall, you almost get to the end when suddenly there is an enormous sound. You are all thrown about as something impacts this hallway. And you are all just like thrown against the walls, and luckily you are all wearing exosuits, because this area, you are pulled to the to this area that has just been opened by a rover that has driven into the side of this hallway behind you all. And as you are pulled, who is the one that does not have the oxygen canister? Oh no, you just found all.
We all
just
have
found
oxygen.
them.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
We all have oxygen.
You are all thrown about. And I need one person, pick one, to make a roll with your 2 remaining dice.
I still have a trait left, so I can go.
Big Yuri also has traits too.
Yuri is trait. I also have special die. Which
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yuri.
Oh, yeah.
Yuri.
I think
Definitely
lets
Yuri.
me just roll extra best special die.
Most
So
def-
yeah, I grab I grab on to little Yuri, and I grab on to to little engineer lady, and I say grab on to other 2, and like I just like dig heels in and just sort of try to pull against the decompression force. And I get 1 6 and 1 1.
Wait, reroll your trait?
You have a trait?
Yeah, I do it carelessly. I'm using my trait. Fuck the trait. So I'm not even looking. I'm not even looking at where we're going. I just like one hand on both of them. One hand butcher cleaver just straight into the sheeting of the wall. There's a pull against it, dragging against it further and further. Finally, I stop as it hit like a metal crossbeam, and I'm just holding on for a moment. And they've held on, and somehow it's all holding together. But it's very bad idea, and probably made things worse.
Did you re-roll your 1?
It was a 1 again.
Oh no.
Okay, so you guys do lose a die.
However, I did use it. You're welcome.
It was a valiant effort though.
you just perfectly flip it 360 degrees and land.
Yeah, exactly.
Who has narrative control, though?
Technically I do because I also rolled a 6, but he already did it, and that's fine.
I'm sorry. No, I'm so sorry.
Because you guys are pulled by Big Yuri mostly out of this hallway and into the prep room. And you look around, and you look back through the door that you've just closed, and you can see that in fact it is a rover that has just driven into this hallway.
Fuck.
Oh.
The rest of you look around, and this prep room had exosuits here in lockers, but they all seem to be gone. and there is some just some like spare clothes, just kind of like wadded up in a corner. It looks like somebody just didn't even bother to like put them away nicely or anything like that. They just like threw their stuff on.
So we made it through the hallway into the prep room?
In the prep room, which means the next door we open gets us to the shuttle.
Yeah.
Looks like someone else made it here. Hopefully
Yeah.
they're getting things ready for us.
Yeah.
Can Yuri look through the door to see who is driving the rover? Like, how they're doing? What the fuck that
Oh,
was?
yeah. Nice save, Yuri.
Yeah.
I do my best.
Nice save, Yuri, yeah.
As you look through the door, you can see that there is a it seems that the rover has driven like directly into a fixture that was putting red light into the hallway, and at about this time the red light goes out and you can see a lot of motion in the darkness. That seems to be the tear is slightly starlit, and you can see a lot of motion that is going on around that tear. Maybe things filling the hallway.
Oh, holy shit, we gotta go.
Go.
Okay, things are coming.
Okay.
Things are coming. We gotta go.
Okay.
Okay, time to go.
Everyone,
Yeah.
out the airlock, to the ship.
Yeah,
shuttle,
Yep.
shuttle.
Yep, that.
Yep, we go.
We do that.
And as you guys go up to the door, opposite you, it's a pretty small room, you hear a bang on the door behind you.
Oh.
You hear a few
Yep.
more bang, 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 just like different, in a not a steady rhythm, but they sound really loud and they sound really powerful. And you quickly open the door into the shuttle area, and you see that it appears that the shuttle is like, it looks like it's ready to go.
Johan will leave his flashlight turned on, pointing back at the door behind us, and just let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, Yuri
Yeah.
just sprints to the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, ship time.
Yeah, we just
Book it.
as fast as possible.
All right.
Yeah.
And as you sprint to the ship, you see that there is a person in an exosuit that is carrying what looks like a crate, just like running kind of
Yeah.
away from you and like into the shuttle.
The suits probably have like a like they would have like mic,
Yeah.
like, so yeah, like
Yeah, I guess I was running.
through the radio.
Just like, hello, who is that? Is the ship full? Are we ready to leave?
What?
I'm a pilot. We gotta go.
You hear the like amazed voice of Jess, one of the other people that you know. She was actually worked in the astronomy lab.
Oh.
And she said, "Come on board, quick! The shuttle's ready to go. Did you see anybody else? Is anybody else okay?"
No.
They're
No.
right
There's
behind
no
us. We
time.
gotta
They're
move
right
now.
behind us. Run.
Come on, quick. And as soon as you all board, she shuts the door behind you and says, "You were just in time. We were about to leave."
Who else
You
is
have another
here?
pilot on?
Yeah, I mean, Mike doesn't really know what he's doing, but he was gonna try his best to pilot it. I mean,
Oh no, fuck Mike, I got this.
Oh no! They're all dead. They're all gone.
Ugh.
We're just gonna try our best. That's hilarious.
Yeah, Yuri's just gonna make his way to the front of the ship to fucking save that from happening.
all right. You guys make
I'll
your
stay by
way.
the back hatch and just like look and watch the like
Does the shuttle
ramp
have
one.
any maneuvering lights or something on the outside that I can turn on?
This silo really is actually well lit. Um, and as you are taking a look outside the ship, as everybody else is running to the uh, bridge, I guess.
Yeah, the bridge.
You see all of the lights actually begin to falter,
Oh shit.
and they all just kind of suddenly go out. However, there seems to still be power on the rocket. And as you all make your way to the bridge, you see Mike is sitting at the controls, flipping switches, and just kind of like consulting a handbook.
Mike, back the fuck up. I'll just start like doing the right switches and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah. You know much more about this than I do. And he was also like, is everybody okay? And what's going on? Like we haven't seen anybody in days.
Is it just you two?
Yeah, we're the only ones that made it here.
We found Steve and Mariah's body,
And
and something happened to John.
yeah,
Oh,
John's
God.
dead.
I don't know what.
Oh man.
We can talk about this after we've gotten out of here.
Yeah, So I started up all the systems, and I think we're ready to go. And Yuri,
Yuri, do your thing.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
checking the systems. I need you to make a conflict roll.
Okay, and then my moment is up.
You do have one. That's true. This is your moment.
Yeah,
You have one die.
You have one die.
I have one die.
Oh.
Here's that 6. It's a 3.
Oh.
Oh.
It's a 3. Oh no.
Doesn't want to go out.
Oh.
Okay, well. Do I rip up my moment then, right?
Yeah. These things are true. The world is dark.
And we are
Yes.
all alive.
We are all alive.
You make your way. You're checking all of the systems to see if they're still active, and it looks like there's some critical systems that still needed power before the generator went out, and you're gonna be able to launch, but you aren't going to have you're not going to have navigation systems.
Okay.
And like you think you can hit Earth, right? It shouldn't be that hard to hit Earth, but you don't know where you're gonna end up, and you don't have any communications with them. The communication system is also down, but you can launch.
And that's the best we're gonna get. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we got
Launch.
him.
Yeah, Yuri launches.
All right.
Take us.
Yuri launches, and as everybody, I assume Yuri says, "Hey, everybody, get
Yeah, everyone
get
get ready. We're leaving now.
As you all sit down and buckle in, you prepare for liftoff, and the rocket shudders and makes its way off into space. There doesn't need to be a whole lot of fuel. It's just lifting off the moon. It's not any atmosphere to go through, but it does need to break through the orbit and make its way to Earth. And you guys lift off, and you say goodbye to Artemis. You don't know if you'll ever be back. You doubt it. And about 30 seconds after liftoff, all of the lights go out.
On the ship?
All of the lights on the console, all of the lights in the cabin, all goes out, and you are drifting through space, hurtling towards Earth.
Oh.
What are you doing?
I'm just gonna start trying to slam things and try and get things up and running on the bridge.
Finding a flashlight.
You know that the main, at this point, the only reason that the lights and systems would go down is that would be a problem in engineering in the rocket, and you should be able to get there from here. Well, even while it's still in flight, this is a zero-G environment, though.
We need light
We gotta
first
turn
before we
on
go
the-
anywhere.
Alright, I can go with you if you want. Little
Here.
you could
Take my
Stay.
flashlight.
see if you can get any of it working.
Okay, let's go.
Alright, I'll take a flashlight.
We take Theo's flashlight and start to go towards engineering.
All right. You make your way over to engineering, and you can see that you look around, and the generator for the ship seems to be one of the belts seems to have ripped, and it is just dangling there, spinning around and around as it slowly stops.
Are there spare belts around? I suppose I should try. I'll try to find one.
All right, I need you to go ahead and, well, this would be a time for a conflict roll. However, you have one die, right?
We have one.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
I need you to go ahead and make a conflict roll.
Wait, was I supposed to have 2 when I did my roll?
No,
No, because he had lost one.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, that's right.
It's a 5.
Damn.
As you go try to find a belt, there is a sound.
Oh.
And I would like you to describe what happens in Verity's last moments.
So I'm looking at where I think the spare belt should be kept. There's just this sound, and then just cold as gashes appear in my EVA suit. And I look around, and the beam of the flashlight, it seems so far away. And then suddenly there's just nothing.
And Big Yuri went with her, right?
Yeah.
Oh yes,
And
I went.
Big Yuri sees
Duh.
her drop the flashlight and sees blood begin to spill out into the light of the flashlight.
I like scrabble at the nearest wall. I try to pull myself away, and like get behind a door that I can close and like seal it in, whatever this is.
I need you to go ahead and make me a conflict roll.
And I have 1, right? Plus my 1.
Yep.
Oh, so
Nope.
All right.
so that 5 didn't end the scene?
No, because this is the final scene.
This is
Okay.
This is where.
So
Yeah.
I need you to go ahead and describe Big Yuri's last moments.
There's another hiss, and then more gashes open up in the suit, and then it's we don't see it from Yuri's perspective. We see it from just like from the door he was trying to get to, and we just see skin expand out of the gashes in the suit, and burst as the blood decompression boils his blood out from under his skin, and he into liquid, becomes gas in seconds. There's a lot of it.
The other three of you are mashing buttons, you are looking through things, and you do not have contact with either Verity or Big Yuri.
I'll use the comm and say, Verity, how's it going?
No response.
Verity?
They should have fixed it by now.
Fuck. I think I'll throw it.
Where are Jess and Mike?
They're with you.
Okay, they are.
Do either of you two have a flashlight?
Yeah, I've got this, like, pen light, and he clicks it on. It's just like a little...
Okay.
Better than nothing, I suppose.
I think one of them.
Should we go look for Verity and Big Yuri?
Yeah, maybe their comms are just
Yeah.
not working. Okay. Let's go to
Oh, yeah. All of us?
Yeah, I think all of us. I think all of us have to.
Okay. Stick together.
Yeah, I don't think it's safe to be alone.
Alright.
Oh.
You make your way over to engineering, where you can see the body of Big Yuri slumped against the door.
Shit.
Fuck.
I guess they're here.
They're in this room.
Shining the pen light wildly.
Yeah, just wait. Don't you have the other flashlight, or did they both?
You have the big flashlight, Johan.
Yeah, Johan has the other flashlight.
No, Johan left
Oh.
it to try and hold back
Oh.
hold them back from where they breached our
I
habitat.
missed that happening.
Fuck. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we
then
just have
Yuri's
pen
just gonna
light.
try and kick off the walls to
Actually-
get the other flashlight as soon as possible, because we should be able to see it spinning in the air and shit, right? It's beam of light.
It's true, there is a flashlight that is spinning in the room beyond.
So, like, Yuri will try and kick off the wall to get to that flashlight.
Alright, go ahead and make a conflict roll.
Can I use my brink?
You're at your brink?
Yeah, I'm at my brink.
Well, it's a reroll.
Okay, yeah, so I'll use my brink. Nope. That's a no.
Alright. Tell me how you use your brink, and tell me about your last moments.
So, Yuri, like, kicks off a wall, and is like, he can feel how slow he is moving through the air, and he sees the movement coming at him, and he tries his hardest to, like, kick off another wall to get there in time to shine the flashlight. But then as he goes across the entrance, the other two just see him fucking fly to the side as blood starts flowing through the air into the entranceway. And there is no more noise.
Fuck.
Johan will scream, "Ah!" and just kick off into the void. That was our pilot, so, you know.
Yeah.
Alright.
Go for the flashlight and try and take one down with me.
Alright, I want you to go ahead and make a conflict roll.
I got a 1, which is good because I can use my virtue, quick thinking, to roll that again.
Okay.
There you go.
Let's see.
Boy.
It came out as a second 1. So
This is your own dice.
so yeah, I guess not, because the next one up is my moment, so I don't think I can burn that for another reroll.
Okay. So why don't you tell me about Johan's last moments?
He
And how he thought quickly, but not quickly enough.
he goes screaming out into the void and aiming for the flashlight that Yuri attempted to get. Manages to get his hands around it as he hears the rushing air coming closer, twists around to point with a triumphant, "Got you!" But it's not there. It's behind me. And the spacesuit is ripped open along the back as it does what it came here to do.
Theo.
Theo, seeing this, I think, just tries to close. I assume, like, this space, the room, you can close the door. She just tries to close the door at this point.
Okay.
Just tries to trap them in there.
This would be a conflict roll,
Yeah.
which you have no dice for.
I have my hope dice.
Okay. Go ahead.
I have my hope dice.
Go ahead.
Oh,
and make
got
your
her.
check.
Holy shit!
That's a 2.
Wait, that means you have your brink, right? You can reroll your.
No. Because I have my virtue.
Oh, that's right. You didn't save it to the end.
Yeah, I didn't put my moment right before my brink. I put my moment second.
So Theo, what happens as you try to close the door?
I think she tries to close it, and in the moment she starts to move, it's already too late. They move impossibly fast. She doesn't even blink. There's barely a moment. And then there's nothing.
And then there's nothing. You hear the screaming, whimpering voices of Jess and Mike as the final thing. These things are true. The world is dark.
This is Johan Daniels, Omnicore employee ID 28965. I've placed the data recording module in between habitats C and D, buried approximately 12 inches into the soil. As I'm sure you've already recognized, the experiment was a grand success. This will be my final recording, and likely my final will and testament. This was a mistake. The star's beauty was never meant to be seen so closely.
Hello, this is Yuri Imanov. We are about to make our way to the rocket now. I can only hope that the emergency guidance system is not offline.
At the time of this recording, you have not yet been born. I can only hope that down amongst the origin of our people, you have not been stricken by this plague. I hope it does not reach you. But in the event that I do not get to witness your birth, your life, you becoming a grown man, know that I have always and will always love you.
Verity Booker, employee number 83941, finishing maintenance on the aft elevator assembly. There's nothing wrong with it, but it won't work. Seems like we've got something bigger than a mechanical failure on our hands.
This is Theodora Miller. If I can just get those notes, I'm sure I found something. Everything's weird. People are gone, but I'm sure if I can get those notes, I've got it. I know I have. But it's so dark and I don't know what it is, but those notes have to be it. It has to be it. Everything I've done is there. Someone's got to be able to read it. It's got to mean something. Hopefully someone's there to read it. We haven't heard anyone.